finally get to watch the newest Creepcast from 6 days ago.
Welcome back to Creepcast. How you doing? We are here today to talk about No End House.
Yes, finally. I've been like, as soon as we, like 3 episodes in, I was asking myself when No End House would show up. No End House, like when I started reading creepypasta like 12 or 13, it was my favorite by far. I don't remember, I remember the whole story, like the main plot beats and stuff, and I remember thinking it was really cool. But as a 13-year-old, this blew 1999, this blew Baraska, all that stuff out of the water, because like to a kid, this was the coolest thing. Now, is it going to hold up to that? I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm very excited to revisit it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be very interesting because, like he said, this is his favorite from back when he was 13. So to put myself in the mindset of where young Wendy was at 13 years old is going to be pretty fun. Yeah. I've seen people request this in the comments as well. There's been a lot of stuff. So this seems like one of the classics. So I'm ready to dive in on it.
I'm very excited. Yeah, to put yourself in the mindset of young Wendy, just be really afraid of everything, make up fictional women, so you get bullied by your classmates, you know, stuff like that. For sure.
I tried to stop you during your fentanyl overdose that you were having, but you were on your own.
I was watching that edit back, like, what is wrong with me?
I kept trying to be like, okay, moving on. You're just like, no, for real. Ghost women. I was attracted to ghost women who were tall, very tall.
And I still am. I just wouldn't admit it.
Sorry, guys, just making sure I have my shit up.
Oh, well, what's done is done. It's a slight.
Hey, thanks, Gavino Trill.
Payback for everything I've put you through on the show, I guess. So.
Hey,
it's nice, but I will say I want to put this out there too for people who the previous
all love and God bless
say that, you know, I'm being unrational. I'm being irrational with the amount of you know, if someone comes up and sees my license plate, I don't want to talk to strangers. I'm standing extremely by what I said.
I'm glad literally everyone bullied you. I'm glad literally everyone
I won't be bullied into submission. I refuse.
Just because you're antisocial doesn't mean everyone is.
I'm not antisocial. I think people have. This is the thing I was going to say is I think people think that it's like some cute, you know, goth mommy coming up and being like, "Oh, you're from out of town." No one, especially in Broken Bow, Nebraska, it's going to be some snaggletooth old man who's like, where are you coming in from, stranger?
Counterpoint, what if it's just a human who is speaking to
from Broken Bow, Nebraska? Impossible.
Okay.
Impossible. Right. Impossible theory. Yeah. You know, if it was a nice conversation, I'm down to have a nice conversation, but in my mind, in the context, an old snaggletooth man looking at me, licking his chops, I don't need it in my life, okay?
Well, have fun dying alone. In that case,
I will. Oh God, it'll be beautiful. It'll be so quiet.
I will say this has nothing to do with that, but I did realize while thinking about my bear shenanigans and stuff, how like everyone's revealed to that last episode. I didn't realize until a few days ago that audio listeners also were not in on the joke as much as you were.
I had no idea.
They had absolutely no idea. So there was an audience who did not know what I was going about, did not get the joke, stuff like that. So that's
finally
makes me
there was
feel
a sympathetic audience for me.
They can't comment on the YouTube video, so you'll never know. So
I see these things. I see the little violins that play for me, and it's very sweet. So thank you, everyone that does that. Without further ado, this is No End House. It is written by Brian Russell. And it was first published in June 30th, 2011. Windigoon said that this was made into a short film, that there's a short film version of this out there, and that it was also bought by the series Channel Zero, which I'm pretty sure is a Shudder series.
Yes, yeah. So it got on, or I don't know if it was originally Shudder, but I think it's on Shudder now, if I remember right.
I've just seen their Candle Cove episode of it. Or whatever.
Yeah. They did that. They pretty much grab a bunch of different creepypastas and stuff like that, but it made its way onto that, and it also got made into its own like 15-minute short film, 2018. That I've heard good things about. I haven't seen it myself, but yeah, pretty much like not only is No End House very foundational, important to a lot of people that read it like me, but even in more recent years, it's been adapted into a lot of stuff. So people remember it, and I can't think of. I'm interested to see how it holds up because doing the math in my head, 13-year-old me was more about spectacle than stuff that like I really value now. So I'm curious to see how good it is. I don't suspect it will still be my favorite. But I'm interested, especially because everyone I see talk about it online still has positive memories of it too. So I don't know. I'm curious. Do you know anything about the story?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm so lost. I mean, even on the page here, there's stuff that says popular pages from other stories, right? One is Tomino's Hell, no idea.
Wow.
Been Drowned, no idea.
No.
Normal Corn for Normal People, and then Squidward's Unalive.
No, you don't know any of those?
I have no idea.
Bro.
I've never read any of them.
You don't know Tomino's Hell or the Been Drowned? You don't know Been Drowned?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't know these things.
I never brought up Been Drowned because I assumed it was just like a common core reading material for anyone who makes horror content.
Yeah. Maybe we could do, if these stories are super short, maybe we do a haunted video game episode where we just read a bunch of...
That would be a pretty cool idea. We like run through
We should.
Really quick.
All right, you want to get into No End House?
Yes. The last thing to mention before we get started is for those audio listeners I pranked and made fun of before, continue to show your support because every time I look, we're like top 50 podcast in the world according to Spotify. So that's
fucking odd. Yeah.
Whatever. So thanks for that, I guess. That's going really cool. And it apparently pushes us to people who don't even have YouTube, and that's really weird. Imagine if you never heard of either of us ever, and then we
YouTube,
just show
what
up.
Is, yeah, yeah. I don't know. All I know is that it actually legitimately does help. So if you guys have ever thought about, if you do listen to us on Spotify and you haven't rated us or Apple Podcasts or any of that, just give a little rating. It does help, and it helps push us to do bigger and better things, kind of thing. So
we got a lot of really cool plans in the works. So if you keep making fun of Hunter and supporting us, we'll go places.
Hold on now.
You know that's what our success has contributed to. Anyway, No End House. So
No End House.
Let's get into it. Let me start by saying that Peter Terry was addicted to heroin.
God damn! What a opening sentence.
Whoa! Just out of the gate.
13-year-old window goes just like me.
This is gonna. If this is like super graphic, I've set myself up for. I don't think it is.
I feel like this is definitely gonna be one where I'm gonna be like, why the hell? Of course, this is what a 13-year-old loves.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping it doesn't go Jeff the Killer, as goofy as that. We'll see.
There was probably like a hot, tall woman in there somewhere, and 13-year-old me was like,
Peter Terry's heroin dealer was a 7-foot-tall woman named Helga. You're like, oh God, thank God, there she is.
She was known for her dark
Helga.
lipstick and fishnets, and I just like 13-year-old me is like, yeah, brother.
Fishnets, a typo negative shirt. You're like, a tall glass of water, Helga.
Typo negative shirt.
All right, let's go.
Okay. We were friends in college and continued to be after I graduated. Notice that I said I. He dropped out after 2 years of barely cutting it. After I moved out of the dorms and into a small apartment, I didn't see Peter as much. We would talk online every now and then. AIM was king in pre-Facebook years. There was a period where he wasn't online for about 5 weeks straight. I wasn't worried. He was a pretty notorious flake and drug addict, so I assumed he just stopped caring. Then, one night, I saw him log on. Before I could initiate a conversation, he sent me a message.
David, man, we need to talk.
That was when he told me about the No End House. It got that name because no one had ever reached the final exit. The rules were pretty simple and cliche. Reach the final room of the building and you win $500. There were 9 rooms in all. The house was located outside the city, roughly 4 miles from my house. Apparently, Peter had tried and failed. He was a heroin and who knows what else happened. I figured the drugs got the best of him and he wigged out at a paper ghost or something. He told me it would be too much for anyone, that it was unnatural.
The thing about the $500 thing, who's paying him? Who has the $500?
As far as our writer knows, it's whoever's hosting this like haunted house thing. Think of it as McCamey Manor, but with less like domestic violence.
Right. Okay.
I didn't believe him. I told him I would check it out the next night, and no matter how hard he tried to convince me otherwise, $500 sounded too good to be true. I had to go. I set out the following night. When I arrived, I immediately noticed something strange about the building. Have you ever seen or read something that shouldn't be scary, but for some reason a chill crawls up your spine? I walked toward the building, and the feeling of uneasiness only intensified as I opened the front door. My heart slowed, and I let a relieved sigh leave me as I entered. The room looked like a normal hotel lobby decorated for Halloween. A sign was posted in place of a worker. It read, "Room 1 this way, 8 more follow, reach the inn, and you win." I chuckled and made my way to the first door. You were talking last episode about how like these old stories don't have any fat on them, you know, like they just jump into it.
For real.
We're 5 paragraphs in, and it's like room 1, right? Like, out of
Really,
the gate.
I mean, it's seriously, these old ones, they do not beat around the bush at all. It's just like a very quick setup, and then just like get you into the actual like action of the story quickly.
Yeah, and I
mean,
guess you know, for people just posting stuff online, that kind of makes sense, you know.
I just think there has to be some kind of cultural significance to back then, where it's just like people just wanted it to be short, sweet, and to the point, versus now people want to like, you know, almost have that Lovecraftian kind of dialect in there, where it's like deeply explaining things, or like, you know, like building up this anticipation with like a lot of flavorful text and stuff. I think people, I think it started to sway where people wanted to gnaw on the bone a bit more.
I think too, like, back then there were so many different stories floating around, like, you know, these message boards and creepypasta forums and stuff like that, that you needed to catch people quick, right? Because most people read a few paragraphs and be like, I'm bored, and then find something else. So you had to grab it quick. So, you know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The first area was almost laughable. The decor resembled the Halloween aisle of a Kmart, complete with chic ghosts and animatronic zombies that gave a static growl when you passed by. At the far end was an exit. It was the only door besides the one I entered through. I brushed through the fake spider webs and headed for the second room. So that's room 1. That paragraph is room 1. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's kind of interesting. I'm curious. You know, I definitely think that we're trying to be the skeptics along with the viewer at the moment. You know.
Yeah.
Shitty little decorations and stuff. This is obviously probably some kind of gimmick from a heroin addict.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So.
That is room 1 of 9 done. Now on to room 2. I was greeted by fog as I opened the door to room 2. The room definitely upped the ante in terms of technology. Not only was there a fog machine, but a bat hung from the ceiling and flew in a circle. Scary. They seemed to have a Halloween soundtrack that one would find in a 99-cent store on loop somewhere in the room. I didn't see a stereo, but I guess they must have used a PA system. I stepped over a few toy rats that wheeled around and walked with a puffed chest across to the next area. I reached for the doorknob and my heart sank to my knees. I did not want to open that door. A feeling of dread hit me so hard I could barely even think. Logic overtook me after a few terrified moments, and I shook it off and entered the next room. Room 3 is when things began to change. On the surface, it looked like a normal room. There was a chair in the middle of the wood panel floor. A single lamp in the corner.
I knew it was happening. I knew it was going to happen. I felt it coming. I sensed it.
The floor and walls. That was the problem. Shadows. Plural. With the exception of the chairs, there were others. I had barely walked in the door and I was already terrified. It was at that moment that I knew something wasn't right. I didn't even think as I automatically tried to open the door I came through. It was blocked from the other side. That set me off. someone locking the doors as I progressed? There's no way. I would have heard them. Was it a mechanical lock that set automatically? Maybe. But I was too scared to really think. I turned back to the room and the shadows were gone. The chair's shadow remained, but the others were gone. I slowly began to walk.
So annoying.
I used to hallucinate when I was a kid, so I wrote off the shadows as a figment of my imagination. I began to feel better as I made it to the halfway point of the room. I looked down as I took my steps, and that's when I saw it. Or didn't see it. My shadow wasn't there. I didn't have time to scream. I ran as fast as I could to the other door and flung myself without thinking into the room beyond. So, room 3. So, room 3 is just chair in the middle of the room. There's a light, but there's too many shadows in there. You know, as if there's furniture or people or whatnot. But
Right,
he
but they can't
himself
see.
does not have a shadow for some reason.
Oh my god, they did it again.
What's kind of cool was as soon as he was like leaving room 2, he got like an immense sense of dread.
Yeah.
Almost like constant, like the energy's changing in the room or something. Like negative
Yeah.
energy is like affecting him. You know what I mean?
It's like something in him
Scared
knew
the shit out of
that
me,
this
man.
was where it actually begins, right?
Yeah, like an animal instinct or something.
Yeah, yeah. And like, the way it's described is like, there's shadows of things that aren't there, and the chair has a shadow, but he himself doesn't. It's almost, I mean, you could imagine that like, maybe it's showing shadows of things that are in like the same space, but a different plane, and the chair's kind of like a middle ground or something like that. There's a bunch of like unique ideas that can be brought forward with that, but it's already playing with like supernatural, you know, paranormal stuff.
Weird uncanniness thing.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people wouldn't even notice that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
shadows being out of place or something. I feel like to notice that, I feel like you'd be like, what? Like just kind of off-put it.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it would kind of sink in.
Wouldn't that be awful to just like be anywhere and then just be like, oh, I don't have a shadow? Like,
Yeah, well, it would be. It kind of feels like you'd be like, how is it even possible?
Yeah.
Why do I not have? It's just like one little thing to where you're just like, what the hell? It'd be hard to wrap your brain around it, really. Like it would, that uncanniness would really take hold.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So far I feel like all right.
We're burning through them, man. I mean, like 9 rooms. We're on room 4.
We're on room 4. Younger me was doing okay a little bit, you know. He was,
Yeah. Good taste so far. We'll see.
So far, we'll see. We'll see if that little punk.
We will certainly see.
Don't grab me.
I'm kind of scared. I'm like, it's gonna get really dumb or something, but I don't know. It's as he had that feeling.
I knew he was gonna grab me.
I'm like,
Knew
it's
it.
gonna be cringe. I know it. I'm about to embarrass myself publicly. The 4th room was possibly the most disturbing. As I closed the door, all light seemed to be sucked out and put back into the previous room. I stood there, surrounded by darkness, not able to move. I'm not afraid of the dark and never have been, but I was absolutely terrified. All sight had left me. I held my hand in front of my face, and if I didn't know what I was doing,
I hate you.
I would never have been able to tell. Darkness doesn't describe me.
Yeah, I hate you so
couldn't hear
much.
anything.
You're so annoying.
It was dead silence. When you're in a soundproof room, you can still hear yourself breathing.
Can't even
You
do
can hear
anything.
yourself being alive. I couldn't. I began to stumble forward after a few moments, my rapidly beating heart the only thing I could feel. There was no door in sight. I wasn't even sure there was one this time. The silence was then broken by a low hum. I felt
Get
something
off of
behind
me, man.
I spun around wildly, but could barely even see my nose. I knew it was there, though. Regardless of how dark it was, I knew something was there.
God, you're so annoying.
The hum grew louder, closer. It seemed to surround me, but I knew whatever was causing the noise was in front of me, inching closer. I took a step back. I had never felt that kind of fear. I can't really describe true fear. I wasn't even scared I was going to die. I was scared of what the alternative was. I was afraid of what this thing had in store for me. Then the lights flashed for a second, and I saw it. Nothing. I saw nothing, and I know I saw nothing there. The room was again plunged into darkness, and the hum became a wild screech. I screamed in protest. I couldn't hear this damn sound for another minute. I ran backwards away from the noise and fumbled for the door handle. I turned and fell into room 5. That's an interesting note. So it's like he can't hear anything. Then a hum begins, and then when he sees the room for a brief instance, it's empty. So it's either a creature that's just in darkness, or a creature that can't be perceived by sight, or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like the pitch shift too. Low humming, flash for a second, and then into a wild screech.
Yeah.
Putting yourself into that mindset and really being in a room with having that. It is pretty. It is. It's. I mean, it's unnerving. I'm just sitting there imagining it. I mean, like, actually imagine, like, also the idea too that you can't hear anything. Like, if your heart was beating that fast, in a totally. Oh fuck. Fuck. My bad. If
Sorry, this is so lame for you.
No.
Up your expectations.
Edit that out. Imagine being in a place where you couldn't hear absolutely anything, and your heart was racing like that, and you could only feel it, and you couldn't even hear just like in your eardrums. You know what I mean? Like just like the vibrations hitting your eardrums and having that like little metronome going would be really unnerving, and then just having that hum, and then it gets twisted to a rapid screech. It is pretty spooky, you know. I still wish that there would be some. I need something to, like, kind of get it going though. I feel like we've started up the truck or whatever, but we haven't really floored it yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So far, we're kind of playing with like non-Euclidean things, right? It's kind of the idea that, oh well, you could be in a room and there's shadows that aren't really there, or like that come from stuff that don't exist. Then the next room, you can have sounds that aren't really there, visuals, stuff like that.
Yeah, weird sensory phenomenon kind of stuff.
It's kind of like
things
laying
weird.
out
You're hearing
the pieces.
Yeah.
Before I describe room 5, you have to understand something. I am not a drug addict. I have had no history of drug abuse or any sort of psychosis short of the childhood hallucinations I mentioned earlier. And those were only when I was really tired or just waking up. I entered the no-end house with a clear head. After falling in from the previous room, my view of room 5 was from my back, looking up at the ceiling. What I saw didn't scare me, it simply surprised me. Trees had grown into the room and towered above my head. The ceilings in this room were taller than the others, which made me think I was in the center of the house. I got up off the floor, dusted myself off, took a look around. It was definitely the biggest room of them all. I couldn't even see the door where I was. Various brush and trees must have blocked my line of sight with the exit. Up to this point, I figured the rooms were going to get scarier, but this was a paradise compared to the last.
I figured when the red was popping up on my screen, I was gonna die.
Stayed back there. I was incredibly wrong. As I made my way deeper into the room, I began to hear what one would hear if they were in a forest. Chirping bugs and the occasional flap of birds seemed to be my only company. That was the thing that bothered me the most. I heard the bugs and other animals, but I didn't see any of them.
It's gonna happen again.
I began to wonder how big this house was. From the outside, when I first walked up to it, it looked like a regular house.
And the animation for that
is
is
definitely on
shot.
the bigger side, but there was almost an entire forest in here. The canopy covered my view of the ceiling, but I assumed it was still there, however high it was. I couldn't see any walls either. The only way I knew I was still inside was that the floor matched the other rooms, with standard dark wood paneling. That's a really cool visual, by the way. Like a forest with like a thick tree canopy, and the ground is like hardwood floor.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of that Netflix movie, The Ritual, when it's like he keeps having those hallucinations in the forest, and there's actually like a convenience store in the middle of the forest. It's just like a really weird. It's a fun visual, like tying in nature with man-made stuff, like homes or whatever. But it's like they're still structurally sound. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
It's pretty neat. I kept walking, hoping that the next tree I'd pass would reveal the door. After a few moments of walking, I felt a mosquito fly onto my arm.
They're trying to jump scare the shit out of me.
A second later, I felt about 10 more land all over my skin. I felt them crawl up and down my arms and legs, and a few made their way across my face. I flailed wildly to get them all off, but they just kept crawling. I looked down and let out a muffled scream. More of a whimper, to be honest. I didn't see a single bug. one bug was on me, and I could feel them crawl. I heard them fly by my face and sting my skin, but I couldn't see a single one. I dropped to the ground and began to roll wildly. I was desperate. I hated bugs, especially ones I couldn't see or touch, but these bugs could touch me, and they were everywhere. I began to crawl. I had no idea where I was going. The entrance was nowhere in sight, and I still hadn't even seen the exit. So I just crawled, my skin wriggling with the presence of those phantom bugs. After what seemed like hours, I found the door. I grabbed the nearest tree and propped myself up, mindlessly slapping my arms and legs to no avail. I tried to run, but I couldn't. My body was exhausted from crawling
was so
and dealing
close.
with whatever it was that was on me. I took a few shaky steps to the door, grabbing each tree on the way for support. It was only a few feet away when I heard it. The flow hummed from before. It was coming from the next room, and it was deeper. I could almost feel it inside my body, like when you stand next to an amp at a concert. The feeling of the bugs on me lessened as the hum grew louder. As I placed my hand on the doorknob, the bugs were completely gone, but I couldn't bring myself to turn the knob.
Got
And
it.
that if I let go, the bugs would
I got
return.
it. You gotta stay
No way
in the.
to make it back to room 4. I stood there, my head pressed against the door, marked 6, and my hand shakily grasping the doorknob. The hum was so loud, I couldn't even hear myself pretend to think. There's nothing I could do but move on. Room 6 was next, and room 6 was hell.
It was kind of weird. I don't know if you got this vibe from Room 5 or whatever, but does it almost feel like these things that he can't even see, right? It almost feels like the house itself is manifesting maybe partial parts of his fear or whatever, like the way he says, "I hate bugs,"
Yeah.
and stuff. Didn't know. It was almost reading like, is it just like preying on your fears in some kind of weird way and like fucking with you in that kind of way? You know what I mean?
Wouldn't be surprised at all if the house is like personalized, you know?
Yeah.
Like it targets people specifically. I also see kind of like a build-up happening here, right? Like the first 2 rooms were like, you know, gags effectively, but room 3 shows that it can play with your vision. Room 4 shows it can play with your hearing, and room 5 shows it can play with your sense of touch, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of establishing that it can affect, you know, different aspects of you, that it has manipulation over different parts of your perception of reality.
That's what I was wondering is when he first goes in, right, he comes in as a naysayer.
Yeah.
So the first room is all so far like Kmart. He describes it as Kmart Halloween supplies.
Yeah.
And as he's walking through, you know, he's like, oh, yeah, here we go again. And I don't know if there was some kind of thing where he was like, and he even says like, oh, you know, the production was a bit better this time. Yeah, oh, spooky, fake rats, which I know he's being sarcastic still. But then the next room, it's like, it's just shadows. And he's like, what? And then the shadows kind of translate into total darkness. I'm just wondering if it is playing on like where he's at with his, like, kind of digging your own grave a bit, like digging your own kind of mental hell.
It's almost like the house has 9 chances to do something, right? So it spins, it's almost, in a weird way, it's almost like a game of 20 questions, right? The house uses a few questions in the beginning to kind of like, okay, is this what you're afraid of? Is this what works? Is this what we can do? You know, like it's establishing what's going to get him, right?
One thing I'm wondering too is, do you think he still thinks that this is like a gimmick or fake, or do you think that he's still like, okay, well, someone's controlling this for the $500 prize, or what do you think?
I mean,
or do you think he's
he
like, kind of totally bought in?
He was trying to reason with himself of like, how is the house big enough to have trees in it? You know?
Well, yeah, he's like, oh, I think I'm at the center of the house, but still, like, that's pretty crazy.
So I think after the bug stuff, that probably sent him over the edge. The whole like, I look down and they're not there kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Well,
only one way to find out. I closed the door behind me, my eyes held shut and my ears ringing. The hum was surrounding me. As the door clicked into place, the hum was gone. I opened my eyes in surprise, and the door I had shut was gone. It was just a wall now. I looked around in shock. The room was identical to room 3. The same chair and lamp, but with the correct amount of shadows this time. The only real difference was that there was no exit door, and the one I came in through was gone. As I said before, I had no previous issues in terms of mental instability. The But at that moment, I fell into what I now know was insanity. I didn't scream. I didn't make a sound. At first, I scratched softly. The wall was tough, but I knew the door was there somewhere. I just knew it was. I scratched at where the doorknob was. I clawed at the wall frantically with both hands, my nails being filed down to the skin against the wood. I fell silently to my knees. The only sound in the room, the incessant scratching against the wall. I knew it was there. The door was there. I knew it was just there. I knew if I could just get past this wall.
Are you all right?
I jumped off the ground and spun in one motion. I leaned against the wall behind me and I saw what it was that spoke to me. This day, I regret ever turning around. There was a little girl. She was wearing a soft, white dress that went down to her ankles. She had long blonde hair to the middle of her back and white skin and blue eyes. She was the most frightening thing I had ever seen, and I know that nothing in my life will ever be as unnerving as what I saw in her. While looking at her, I saw something else. Where she stood, I saw what looked like a man's body,
Oh my gosh.
only larger than normal and covered in hair. He was naked from head to toe, but his head was not human and his toes were hooks. It wasn't the devil, but at that moment, might as well have been. The form had the head of a ram and the snout of a wolf.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Oh man, that's dope.
That's really, really good.
I completely
The
forgot
head of a
about
ram and
this.
the
That's so
snout of
cool.
a wolf is so sick. That's such a fun visual.
Oh man, that's like the one monster thing that genuinely gives me the creeps because it's, you know, demonic influence and stuff, like
Sure.
animal humans or whatever. And yeah, that the hooves and the so the way he says he sees the girl, and then he says, while looking at her, I saw something else. Where she stood, I saw what looked like a man's body. So it's almost like this that's the creature's true form disguised as the young girl, right?
Yeah, he's sensing some kind of fucking evil presence from her. Like, it's a little girl, but he know. Like, once again, it's that animalistic instinct kind of coming and being
Yeah.
like, oh, this is not right.
Yeah, something's wrong, get out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It almost kind of reminds me of the last time he was in this room, right? Room 3. He saw a chair and himself, but the shadows were mismatched. It was like there were other things happening in dimensions in the same space that he couldn't see yet, but now he's starting to see it some, right? Like this creature that can appear as both things. Maybe it appears as the little girl in this dimension, but on another plane it's its true form of like the devil creature, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say is I wonder how much of it, too, the house is letting him see.
Yeah. Pretty cool. You know what, young Wendigo so far doing?
Good job, young me.
He's doing kind of cool. He's kind of cool guy. Maybe he shouldn't have got shoved in a trash can so much, you know?
You're
Maybe.
so cool, young me. You're the best.
Oh my god.
It was horrifying, and it was synonymous with the little girl in front of me. They were the same form. I can't really describe it, but I saw them at the same time. They shared the same spot in that room, but it was like looking at two separate dimensions. I was so right. Oh man. Oh, I'm so right. I'm so smart. I'm so good at this. It's like there were two separate dimensions. When I saw the girl, I saw the form. And when I saw the form, I saw the girl. Yeah, look at me. Look at me go. I'm so proud of myself. Let me have this, okay? Let me have this.
I am. Have it. Take it. Put it in your pocket.
I couldn't speak. I could barely even see. My mind was revolting against what it was attempting to process. I had been scared before in my life, and I had never been more scared than when I was trapped in the 4th room, but that was before room 6. I just stood there staring at whatever it was that spoke to me. There was no exit. I was trapped here with it, and then it spoke again.
David, you should have listened.
When it spoke, I heard the words of the little girl, but the other form spoke through my mind in a voice I won't attempt to describe. There was no other sound. The voice just kept repeating that sentence over and over in my mind, and I agreed. I didn't know what to do. I was slipping into madness, yet couldn't take my eyes off what was in front of me. I dropped to the floor. I thought I had passed out, but the room wouldn't let me. I just wanted it to end. I was on my side, my eyes wide open, and the form staring down at me. Scurrying across the floor in front of me was one of the battery-powered rats from the second room. The house was toying with me. For some reason, seeing that rat pulled my mind back from whatever depths it was headed. I looked around the room. I was getting out of there. I was determined to escape the house and live and never think about this place again. I knew this room was hell, and I wasn't ready to take up a residency. The rat going across the floor is a really cool detail. I like that.
I do too. Well, even the idea too, I like just endless mental torture, very like of somebody repeating whatever and then like standing over you. I mean, like also the room physically not letting you be able to like slip into a unconscious state. Like they're making you endure all of this.
Yeah, like you have to be stoked with it, and then it literally taunts you by sending a little like toy rat out, you know?
Yeah.
That's fun. This is fun. I'm happy. I'm having a great time. At first, it was just my eyes that moved. I searched the walls for any kind of opening. The room wasn't that big, so it didn't take long to soak up the entire layout. The demon still taunted me, the voice growing louder as the form stayed rooted where it stood. I placed my hand on the floor, lifted myself up to all four, and turned to scan the wall behind me. Then I saw something I couldn't believe. The form was now right at my back, whispering into my mind about how I shouldn't have come. I felt its breath on the back of my neck, and I refused to turn around. A large rectangle scratched into the wood, with a small dent chipped away in the center of it. Right in front of my eyes, I saw the large 7 I had mindlessly etched into the wall. I knew what it was. Room 7 was just beyond that wall, where room 5 was moments ago. That's hard. That's awesome. That's so dope. He went into a trance trying to claw his way through back to room 5, and in the trance he made door 7.
Very like very Mouth of Madness kind of vibes. You know what I mean? Like going completely. I love the I love the idea of not having control of your own mind, and then like snapping back to your own reality, and like him having etched out that 7 is just crazy. And then just knowing like, and then also to know too that you have to go through back where you just came from, and it's going to be different again.
Man,
it's like a weird labyrinth.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that this is cool. That like, not only
I love
for
how,
the sake
of
young
you're giving
me.
yourself props just for being like, I like this story a long time ago.
Well, I am giving myself props, to be clear. But also, just like, I remember thinking like, oh, there were some really cool concepts in here. And yeah, I completely forgot about a lot of these details, but this is pretty cool so far. I like it. Like the 7 door being scratched open and the form and stuff like that. It's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
I'm having a great time. Okay. I don't know how I had done it. Maybe it was just my state of mind at the time, but I had created the door. I knew I had. In my madness, I had scratched into the wall what I needed the most. An exit to the next room. Room 7 was close. I knew the demon was right behind me, but for some...
What?
It's right behind me, isn't it?
Oh, God. Yeah. Don't bring that filth into this good story.
I know. If it gets worse after this, I did it. I knew the demon was right behind me, but for some reason, it couldn't touch me. I closed my eyes and placed both hands on the large 7 in front of me. I pushed as hard as I could. The demon was now screaming in my ear. It told me I was never leaving. It told me that this was the end, but I wasn't going to die. I was going to live there in room 6 with it. I wasn't. I pushed and screamed at the top of my lungs. I knew I was going to push through the wall eventually. I clenched my eyes shut and screamed, and the demon was gone. I was left in silence. I turned around slowly and was greeted by the room as it was when I entered. Just a chair and a lamp. I couldn't believe it, but I didn't have time to waste. I turned back to the 7, jumped back slightly. What I saw was a door. It wasn't the one I had scratched in, but a regular door with a large 7 on it.
Do you think 6 is the way to get out is either like a faith-based system or like or perseverance or something?
Could be. Again, it depends if the room is personalized or if this is just the standard layout for it, right?
Sure.
But I suppose in either room 6 could be a test of faith, or it could just be some kind of structure with that goat thing in it, right? And there's different ways to get out.
Right.
You could probably look at each of the rooms as a test of something, right? Like a trust in your eyes, trust in senses, stuff like that. This one is like a trust in faith. So this one, if the previous rooms were testing physical senses, this one almost tests like a sense of sanity a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. My whole body was shaking. It took me a while to turn the knob. I just stood there for a while, staring at the door. I couldn't stay in room 6. I couldn't. But if this was only room 6, I couldn't imagine was 7 had in store. I must have stood there for an hour, just staring at the 7. Finally, with a deep breath, I twisted the knob and opened the door to room 7. I stumbled through the door, mentally exhausted, physically weak. The door behind me closed, and I realized where I was. I was outside. Not outside like room 5, but actually outside. My eyes stung. I wanted to cry. Hold on. Kayla? I promise you, I heard it was plain as day. It was like knock, 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 like steps. Oh my gosh, hold on. I just saw it under the door. I think it's my dog. It's not my dog, it's something with a wet nose. Benny, is that you?
Yes.
Yeah, what do I expect the dog to
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? You think he's gonna talk about? Yes. Don't worry, Isaiah. It's just me.
Shut up. Hold on, I'm gonna open the door.
Well, chat, this is where Wendigoon dies.
It was my dog headbutting the door. You wanna sit here for Creepcast for a minute? This is all your fault. Stupid. Okay.
Yes.
I fell to my knees and tried, but I couldn't. I was finally out of that hell. I didn't even care about the prize that was promised. I turned and saw that the door I just went through was the entrance. Okay. I'm gonna put you down now. I walked to my car and drove home, thinking of how nice a shower sounded. As I pulled up to my house, I felt uneasy. The joy of leaving No End House had faded, and dread was slowly building in my stomach. I shook it off as residual from the house and made my way to the front door. I entered and immediately went up to my room. There on my bed was my cat, Baskerville. He was the first living thing I had seen all night, and I reached to pet him. He hissed and swiped at my hand. I recoiled in shock, because he had never acted like that. I thought,
Whatever. He's an old cat.
I jumped in the shower and got ready for what I was expecting to be a sleepless night. After my shower, I went to the kitchen to make something to eat. I descended the stairs and turned into the family room. What I saw would be forever burned in my mind, however. My parents were lying on the ground, naked and covered in blood. They had been mutilated to near unidentifiable states. Their limbs had been removed and placed next to their bodies. Their heads set on their chests, facing me. The most unsettling part were their expressions. They were smiling, so they were happy to see me. A lot of creepypastas do this. There's like memes in the community about like photorealistic blood, or like over like something will be mentioned as really gory without going into explicit detail. But the idea of like it's your parents' heads on their chest and they're smiling at you and there's blood everywhere. That's pretty intense, you know?
No, I think it's a fun visual. I think it's creepy as shit. I mean, like that. I think that's a fun thing. I definitely
fun. That's what you would describe it as, fun.
Yeah, I think it is fun. First, a fun little spooky story. The only thing is, like, I felt like just knew something coming, just because it's like he's obviously still in the house.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? which is
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, I was like, I didn't know how they were gonna sway it back in there, but I like the mental torture of like now showing your family like basically ecstatic to see you after they've already been bludgeoned and butchered to death.
Yeah, it's almost like if the previous rooms preyed on your senses, which this one does too. I mean, you drive all the way home and you're still in the house, right? If the previous one played on your senses a lot, it's like this one is almost preying on like your emotions, right? Your connection, stuff like that.
Right.
It's which again, to some degree, then the house has to be personalized because at least it shows his parents, right?
Right.
So it has to know how to mess with it, play off his memories at least a little bit. I vomited and sobbed there in the family room. I didn't know what had happened. He didn't even live with me at the time. I was a mess. Then I saw it. A door that was never there before. A door with a large 8 scrawled on it in blood. I was still in the house. I was standing in my family room, but I was in room 7. The faces of my parents smiled wider as I realized this. They weren't my parents. They couldn't be, and they looked exactly like them. The door marked 8 was across the room, behind the mutilated bodies in front of me. I knew I had to move on. At that moment, I gave up. The smiling faces tore into my mind. They grounded me where I stood. I vomited again, nearly collapsed. Then the hum returned. It was louder than ever. It filled the house and shook the walls. The hum compelled me forwards.
Interesting. He's kind of drawn by the hum now. You know what I mean? Like as before, he was running away from it, and now it's like, it's almost like he's it's intriguing enough to get him out of these like new nightmares that are happening.
It's like, because when he goes into room 6, he hears the hum beyond the door, right? And then that's when he goes into the room with the girl and the goat thing.
I think that's the room 5 is like the hum with the phantom bugs, and then room 6 he goes in. Yeah. So
it's almost like the hum is like the house itself, kind of telling, pushing him certain directions, telling him where to go, stuff like that. It's like the true entity of whatever's doing all this.
I see. It makes sense. Yeah, we'll see.
I began to move slowly, making my way closer to the door and the bodies. I could barely stand, let alone walk, and the closer I got to my parents, the closer I came to unaliving.
Yay.
Yippee.
Everyone cheers in unison.
Yay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Are you saying that because I said unalive?
Yeah, or like everyone's cheering for the censoring that YouTube forces on us.
Yeah, it's very stupid. I hate, like, here it's okay because it's a fictional story. It's like, whatever, it's annoying. But I hate having to do that with like real world stuff, right?
Well, yeah, because it's such a crazy and such a powerful and oh my god,
don't you start.
As soon as we start talking about
Benny,
what?
You do not do this to me right now. He's got his ears pinned back. Kayla? Oh, thank God.
This is her.
Yes, it's her. All right. Oh, you want to show the audience your star pillow? Oh, Hunter can't see. That's a very cute star pillow.
I got you some nuts.
Now that they're gone, we were talking about the whole unaliving thing. It's such an insane rule. Like, I get they don't like it if people are saying it like, oh, I hope you go do that, right? Or if they use it as an insult or stuff. But the fact that when talking about real world scenarios or like tragedies or whatever, they're like, no, you can't use that particular word for it. Like,
I think it so downplays the action. I think it downplays the event and stuff like that, and I think it takes the win. Like, I don't know, it makes, I wouldn't say a mockery out of it, but it's at the same time, it's like, put respect on something that is so, I guess, real. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it can certainly make a mockery of people, I think, because like when you're talking about like, sadly, this person was dealing with mental issues and then they self-unalived. It's like, what?
Well, yeah, it's dancing around. It just feels like, regardless, I mean, I don't know. This probably isn't the best place to talk about these kind of issues or whatever. Yeah, I just, all I know is, sorry, we have to say if we don't say it for people who are wondering where it's just like, God, say it. If we say the actual word and stuff, literally the video will get struck down.
No End House, Hunter, is the perfect place to talk about the severity of mental health. And like, it's the best place for it. Yeah, anyway, yeah. But what is cringe is YouTubers have an opinion on things. That is always the worst option.
Inevitably that is the worst ever.
Anytime you, as a content creator or celebrity of any kind, feel the need to chime in about anything, that is the wrong feeling, and you shouldn't do that.
It's good to think it, but good God, I will always do it because as a beautiful influencer, I never know when to shut the hell up.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, the walls were now shaking so hard it seemed as though they were going to crumble. Still, the faces smiled at me. As I inched closer, their eyes followed me. I was now between the two bodies, a few feet away from the door. The dismembered hands clawed their way across the carpet towards me, all while the faces continued to stare. Oh, that's awesome. That's dope. New terror washed over me, and I walked faster. I didn't want to hear them speak. I didn't want the voices to match those of my parents. They began to open their mouths, and the hands were inches from my feet. In a dash of desperation, I lunged towards the door, threw it open, and slammed it behind me. Room 8. That's fun. That's cool. The bodies, the hands are crawling towards the carpet, and they're trying to talk to you. That's awesome.
I wanted more.
I imagine like the smiles getting like, you know, uncanny wide, you know, like bigger and bigger, and they're looking at him as the hands are going. That's so cool. That's fun. This is so fun. I'm having such a good time. It's doing great. I was done. After what I had just experienced, I knew there wasn't anything else this house could throw at me that I couldn't live through. There was nothing short of the fires of hell that I wasn't ready for. Unfortunately, I underestimated the abilities of No End House. Unfortunately, things got more disturbing. I'm all screwed up from my wife and the dog and everything.
Say, I have a horrible thing that we're gonna see like on camera aneurysm happen with Windigan here.
I'm just having a stroke.
You're just gonna jolt in your chair and I'm gonna be like, Windigan? Hello?
Yeah. So what did we open this podcast with? The mutual promise to profit off the death of the other, right?
That's true.
And I'm holding up my end of the bargain, so I'd expect you to do the same.
I better.
If I die, I bet my ghost better watch my body be paraded through the streets like Mardi Gras float, just thrown around in the air. That's what I want to happen.
It's gonna be the most awkward funeral I'm ever gonna go to.
Yep, and it better be. I want to have like hydraulics in the coffin, so at the graveside I shoot up like a zombie.
What?
Like,
tell your wife this. Tell your wife this. I'm not gonna be in charge of your funeral.
Yes, you are. I put it in my will. You're Hunter.
Okay,
Hunter
and then I'll say I'll politely decline. I'll politely decline.
That's not how it works.
No,
and then there's a stipulation that if Hunter politely declines, bury me at an unmarked location under his house.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take an even bigger cadaver. I'm gonna put you in a coffin. I'm gonna put the bigger the bigger cadaver on top of you, and I'm gonna recreate the pen pal ending. And that's how I'm gonna bury you.
Oh.
Would you like that?
Oh, I hate you. Oh, why would you say that? You're a terrible person.
I know.
You know that ending freaks me out.
Yeah. It's gonna be that forever for you. Forever for you. Forever.
That was rude. That was me. Say you're sorry.
I'm not gonna say fuck you. I'm not gonna say
you're sorry. That was me.
Hell no. Hell no.
Okay, I'm changing my will that if Hunter does that to me, I'm putting a bomb somewhere in his house.
God. You have admitted to some crazy shit these past couple episodes. Good God. You're putting a bomb? Good God.
That's more reasonable than what I was talking about last episode. If you tie me to a random corpse and put me in the ground, yes, I'm putting a bomb in your house without hesitation.
Well, I'm gonna start learning bomb deactivation then immediately. I didn't know. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start learning.
What's going on in room 8?
Okay, yeah. All right. I was thinking when he was giving that whole thing about like the only thing that I was ready for anything except the flames of hell, and I thought it was gonna be like roommate was the flames of hell.
Yeah, I opened roommate door and there was hell. It was hot.
I said, well played, roommate, well played.
Roommate, I tip my cap very gingerly. Fair play.
I still have trouble believing what I saw in Roommate. Again, the room was a carbon copy of rooms 3 and 6, but sitting in the usually empty chair was a man. After a few seconds of disbelief, my mind finally accepted the fact that the man sitting in the chair was me. Not someone who looked like me, it was David Williams. I walked closer. I had to get a better look, even though I was sure of it. He looked up at me and I noticed tears in his eyes.
Please don't do it. Please don't hurt me. What? Who are you? I'm not gonna hurt you. Yes, you are. You're going to hurt me, and I don't want you to.
He sat in the chair with his legs up and began rocking back and forth. It's actually pretty pathetic looking, especially since he was me, identical in every way. I'm sorry, something funny to you?
It's pretty pathetic, actually. Good God. Look at you. Sitting in a gamer chair. Rocking back and forth.
That was literally me watching last week's episode of me high, just trauma dumping. I'm like, look at you. Pathetic.
Hung over off Fent, just rocking back and forth, trying not to flop. Listen, who are you?
I was now only a few feet from my doppelganger. It was the weirdest experience yet, standing there talking to myself. I wasn't scared. I would be soon.
Why are you? You're going to hurt me. You're going to hurt me. If you want to leave, you're going to hurt me. Why are you saying this? Just calm down, all right? Let's try to figure this.
And then I saw it. David sitting down was wearing the same clothes as me, except for a small red patch on his shirt embroidered with the number 9.
You're going to hurt me. You're going to hurt me. Don't, please. You're going to hurt me.
My eyes didn't leave the small number on his chest. I knew exactly what it was. The first few doors were plain and simple, but after a while they got a little more ambiguous. 7 was scratched into the wall, but by my own hands. 8 was marked in blood above the bodies of my parents. 9, this number was on a person, a living person. Worse still, it was on a person that looked exactly like me.
David? Yes. You're going to hurt me. You're going to hurt me.
He continued to sob and rock. He answered to David. He was me, right down to the voice. But that 9. I paced around for a few minutes while he sobbed in his chair. The room had no door, and similarly to room 6, the door I came through was gone. For some reason, I assumed that scratching would get me nowhere this time. I studied the walls and floor around the chair, sticking my head underneath and seeing if anything was below. Unfortunately, there was. Below the chair was a knife. Attached was a tag that read,
To David, from management.
The feeling in my stomach as I read that tag was something sinister. I felt like throwing up. The last thing I wanted to do was remove that knife from under the chair. The other David was still sobbing uncontrollably. My mind was spinning into an attic of unanswerable questions. Who put this here, and how did they get my name? Not to mention the fact that as I knelt on the cold wood floor, I also sat in that chair, sobbing in protest of being hurt by myself. It was all too much to process. The house and the management had been playing with me this whole time. My thoughts, for some reason, turned to Peter and whether or not he got this phone. If he did, if he met a Peter Terry sobbing in this very chair, rocking back and forth, I shook those thoughts out of my head. It didn't matter. I took the knife from under the chair, and immediately, the other David went quiet.
David, what do you think you're going to do?
I lifted myself from the ground and clenched the knife in my hand.
I'm going to get out of here.
David was still sitting in the chair, though he was very calm now. He looked up at me with a slight grin. I couldn't tell if he was going to laugh or strangle me. Slowly, he got up from the chair and stood, facing me. It was uncanny. His His height and even the way he stood matched mine. I felt the rubber hilt of the knife in my hand and gripped it tighter. I don't know what I was planning on doing with it, but I had a feeling I was going to need it.
Now,
His voice was slightly deeper than my own.
I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to keep you here.
I didn't respond. I just lunged and tackled him to the ground. I mounted him and looked down, knife poised and ready. He looked up at me, terrified. It was like I was looking in a mirror. Then the hum returned, low and distant, though I still felt it deep in my body. David looked up at me as I looked down at myself. The hum was getting louder, and I felt something inside me snap. With one motion, I slammed the knife into the patch on his chest and ripped down. Blackness fell on the room, and I was falling. The darkness around me was like nothing I had experienced up to that point. Room 4 was dark, but it didn't come close to what was completely engulfing me. I wasn't even sure if I was falling after a while. I felt weightless, covered in dark. Then a deep sadness came over me. I felt lost, depressed, and idle. The sight of my parents entered my mind. I knew it wasn't real, but I had seen it, and the mind has trouble differentiating between what is real and what isn't. The sadness only deepened. I was in room 9 for what seemed like days. The final room. And that's exactly what it was. The end. No end house had an end, and I had reached it.
How many of these
That
things do I
moment,
have to kill, man?
I knew I would be in that in-between state forever, accompanied by nothing but darkness. Not even the hum was there to keep me sane.
I tried to fucking side dash and it never
I
works.
couldn't feel myself. I couldn't hear anything. Sight was completely useless here. I searched for a taste in my mouth and found nothing. I felt disembodied and completely lost. I knew where I was. This was hell. Room 9 was hell. And it happened. A light. One of those stereotypical lights at the end of the tunnel. I felt ground come up from below me, and I was standing. After a moment or two of gathering my thoughts and senses, I slowly walked toward that light. As I approached the light, it took form. It was a vertical slit down the side of an unmarked door. I slowly walked through that door and found myself back where I started, the lobby of No End House. It was exactly how I left it. Still empty, still decorated with childish Halloween decorations. After everything that had happened that night, I was still wary of where I was. After a few moments of normalcy, I looked around the place, trying to find anything different. On the desk was a plain white envelope with my name handwritten on it. Immensely curious, yet still cautious, I mustered up the courage to open the envelope. Inside was a letter, again handwritten.
David Williams, congratulations. You have made it to the end of No End House. Please accept this prize as a token of a great achievement. Yours forever, Management.
With the letter were 5 $100 bills. I couldn't stop laughing. I laughed for what seemed like hours. I laughed as I walked out to my car and laughed as I drove home. I laughed as I pulled into my driveway. I laughed as I opened my front door to my house and as I saw the small tin etched into the wood.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, let's go. It's still great. Awesome. I love it. Yay. It doesn't suck.
Fun.
Thank you.
It was a nice, it definitely, and that is the end of part 1. And I want to say this too, because we get, I wouldn't say complaints, but we do get a lot of people talking about this. There's obviously a lot of sequels to the stuff that we talk about or read, but sometimes it's just nice, because a lot of the times too, you guys have to understand that these additions happen years after the post and stuff. And I really think that it's just nice reading these initial stories without any of the filtration of feedback or anything. This is like the purest form of the story that gets laid out. And obviously sometimes we probably will read sequels and stuff, but for this now there is No End House 2 and 3, but I think just leaving it there is such a great ending. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Small tin etched into the wood. It's such a fucking great last line for this deal. And this story is it's aged. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It's definitely a novice writing this, but it's such a fun story. like the little things I kept noticing was like the amount of times that each paragraph ended with, "But I couldn't be more wrong," or "This something far
that
more."
happened a
You
lot.
know, those
There
kind
was
of little
a lot
tropes,
of
which is fine.
The Jeff the Killerism of "I had a feeling," you know.
Yeah, which is totally fine, especially when the idea is this like kind of fun. Which I didn't know if it was supposed to match the 9 circles of hell. I kept thinking that.
I didn't even think of that until you just said it. Huh.
I looked it up here, and I was trying to make some parallels here because the 9 layers, the 9 layers of is limbo, lust, gluttony, greed, anger, heresy, violence, fraud, and treachery. And I was trying to tie those up with each room, trying to be like, okay, limbo being like the weird. I didn't know if it was supposed to be parallels, but you could find parallels with each of these rooms. Which limbo being Kmart, Walmart, where it's just kind of like, where am I? What is this place? Kind of thing, right? It's kind of like the in-between between your world and like the crazy hell you're getting ready to experience. Rule 2 was the kind of just better decorations and lust and stuff. So I didn't know if that was supposed to be him.
Was there a mention of wind in the second room? Because
because in this deal it's a circle of wind. It's a circle storm, right? And remember the bat was going around the room.
That's true, yeah. And in the Divine Comedy, the lust layer, they're blown by great winds all the time.
Yeah, I was like looking it up, and it said that it's like in a circular storm or whatever, like a circular wind.
Everyone's swept up into it, and they're thrown around and stuff like that.
Yeah. Gluttony was the shadows, and then you don't have a shadow, so something that's gluttony, like serving yourself. I don't know if there's really any kind of thing there besides the multiple shadows, but greed. Room 4 would be greed, which is darkness. The room that's the humming as well. This is where it gets a little more harder. It's like 5 is anger, but 5 is anger. But I thought that would correlate with the bugs or something.
It could. So in the anger people are in like a giant river that's kind of like a bubbling tar almost, always wading through it. So I don't know if that correlates. Maybe it could a little bit, you know?
I'm even just trying to think about like the people that go there, or just even like trying to even think on like base level things like anger or that thing. I'm just trying to like, I don't know if it would be as particular, but still. 6 is the same as room 3, but no doors. That's the one with the little girl. That's heresy.
Yeah. The heretics were pretty brutal. They were all like in these like stone coffins on fire constantly. It was pretty intense.
It's also our first which, you know, heretic going against God and stuff, and that's the first time where we see the sheep head with the mouth, with the wolf mouth.
That's a good point. Yep.
7 was where the family was murdered, and the 7th was violence.
That lines up, you know, pretty obviously.
So then one thing that I thought was interesting was fraud. Is room 8.
And it's himself.
And it's him having to overcome himself or some kind of thing. And then room 9 is treachery, which is just the lake of ice where, you know, that's where the devil's at, which pretty much is. But I didn't know. I didn't know if because he overcame himself and he was able to pass through. It almost feels like the house itself is some kind of weird test. But having the end be with 10 is, who knows? You know, even the guiding light that leads him out, I didn't know if it was supposed to be something like Elysian Fields, kind of like heavenly type stuff, or if the story continues there, you know, or if it's trying to throw you off with potentially being the 9 layers of hell, and now this is like a new, like it's like you're not even actually done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is such a great ending. Like, I love the idea of like you get the arbitrary $500 because it's so funny. Where it's like, dude, $500 you go if you want to like have an existential panic attack and, you know, face the devil. It's like, sweet, a $500 Chili's gift card or whatever.
I suspect that his friend never made it through, and that the management, so to speak, or the house, whatever you want to call it, was kind of acting through him to send that message. Because there's no way his friend made it through and was like, bro, you got to see this, you know?
Yeah, no. And that was another thing too. I was going to ask what your interpretation of who the management is. Is that entities? Do you think that's like something that is paranormal, like paranormal in the sense of like, oh, management is something that is like some kind of counselor or something on the other side?
I kind of see it as the way you see a lot of SCPs, right? As like it's a thing that doesn't make sense to our knowledge of existence, but it also kind of just operates under its own rules, right? So maybe it's like sure, you could call it the entity within the house, the thing that runs it. Management could be one thing. There could be several things that do it, right? I definitely don't think it human, but it is thinking for sure.
Well, it's just interesting, and I was curious what you have to think with this. Is as soon as this ended, my immediate reaction to it was, I feel like this was probably heavily inspirational to left-right game, of the amount of like back and forth you go to, where it almost becomes like a self-introspective piece towards the end as well. And then even like this management thing feels similar to the deity at the end, even though I know that in the left-right game it's our character from like millions of years in the future or whatever coming back. But still, I was like, there's like a lot of, I just see a lot of bits and pieces of like going through and having all these like small vignettes, and it is like you're kind of keep traversing, like instead of going left and right, it's these doors, right?
Yeah.
Instead of, and the other thing, it's like taking left rights or experiencing these new towns and stuff. It just had the same kind of, it was the same kind of flair, you know what I mean? I thought it was really fun, and to have this thing be so old, I mean 2011 in internet years is crazy. So I'm curious to see if this did have some kind of influence on the left-right game kind of genre of like maybe adventure, horror adventure or something.
I don't know, it could be. It does kind of fit, you know, there's creepypasta culture, and then you have stuff about these different, I really like horror stuff where it feels like you're almost in different levels, right? So yeah, I could see it. What this really reminds me of, I mean, kind of the obvious one is House of Leaves, you know?
I have no idea, never read it. I haven't read any of these, so I have no idea. My only experience is through the stuff we've read.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess never mind. I guess no conversation.
Yeah.
There.
Well, I guess we're done talking. No, House of Leaves isn't a creepypasta. It's a novel that came out in the 90s or like 99, something like that. That was the original. Like liminal horror became a trend, but I would call it the original liminal horror. It's about a family who discovers an extra door in their house. Well, what starts it all is that the house, for some reason, is a quarter-inch bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And that begins to drive the dad insane, and he starts to figure out why, and it leads down this whole rabbit hole. Incredible book. One of the best horror books ever written, in my opinion. But it came out before it was common to be like, you have a structure that's bigger on the inside than the outside, and it has all these like looping geometry and stuff like that. But this reminds me of that a lot, in that you open a room 5 and you're suddenly in the forest in the middle of a house, stuff like that. The humming's interesting. I almost feel like that in a way the house contains something, you know, that the humming represents, or maybe it's the entity of the house itself. And for something in me wants to feel that it's different from management, right? Like management is maybe the arbiters of everything that happens, and the humming is either like the house itself's energy or
ridiculous.
something else that's loose in the house, you know?
I would say it's still got to be something that's under their watch, though.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
If they're orchestrating this, even if it's not
over
them,
it, for sure.
Sure, yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. I'd be curious to see how other people kind of like decipher that as well, because it is weird. That is like one loose end. I will say, dare I say, that was probably, I think that last little blurb, I think that's one of the most solid endings we've read in terms of like how it's wrapped. I think it leaves you on a nice note. It's kind of like it's like, to me, it has that same feel as like Ted the Caver.
Yeah.
Even in a nice spot where it's like it's not really over, but it's like it's just let your imaginary run wild with it.
I think wording wise, it even works better than Ted the Caver, because Ted the Caver's kind of like bye for now, but that last line of like when I see the 10 etched on the door, boom, you know.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's just a very nice little like, oh shit, the game's still going. And I think that like the thing too is, you know, sometimes it's not about experiencing the game forever, but it's just knowing like what the game is and then letting your mind run off without being fed everything.
You could imagine what room 10 would be, or the things that come after, or stuff like that, you know. Because as far as the prize goes, he did get through the house, but the house wants to keep going, so to speak, right? And I think your reference to Dante's Inferno makes a lot of sense, you know.
I think just having it specifically be 9 feels a bit too serendipitous to have it not be correlated in some way.
Like, there's been other stuff that has ended well we've covered. Like, I like the ending of Pen Pal, you know, stuff like that. But they all have a finality to it that I feel horror doesn't always need. And I just like the simplicity of there's a tin on the door. That's fine.
It's just it's another instant where it's the famous Hitchcock thing where it's the camera pans down, two men are eating at a table, the camera pans down, there's a bomb under the table. It's another way of just building horror or building anticipation in a moment and like ending on the anticipation. I think it's just really fun because we've already experienced 9 other doors. We don't need to you don't have to have it spelled out to you what's in 10. You can let your imagination do that, and just to know that like, oh fuck, it's not over. It's just a fun little like, and we're done kind of ending to the story. So no, this was a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It's one of the quicker ones we've covered, but I think I think it's really sweet. I think too, this makes me want to go back and read some of the other classics like you were talking about. And if they are short like this, or I am assuming that some of these are even shorter, we can definitely do like a big batch of them.
Oh yeah, there's some that are like a few a dozen paragraphs maybe, something like that. So
yeah, like barely, like maybe 2 pages or something. So
yeah.
No, I think it's great. I mean, I think this is really cool. I'm very curious to hear what people have to say about this one. I think also, as just an insake for this one too, I know we said Ben Drown, Normal Corn for Normal People, and Tomino's Hell. Those were some of the ones we talked about, but there is any other shorter ones too. Be sure to leave some comments down below, and I'll try to make like a little grab bag going and just kind of pick randomly which ones.
I guess I took for granted. I was like, oh well, I'm sure Hunter knows the classics, right? But since you don't, apparently, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I remember that I think would be interesting to work off of. I wonder, the Tomino's Hell, if I remember right, it's kind of more of an urban legend of like it's like if you look at this image, things start happening to you. I don't know if it works well as a narrative, but we could also do an episode where we just cover like urban legend stuff like that, right? Because there's a lot that aren't explicit stories. It's just like there is kind of lore around this one piece of media or whatever, right?
Yeah, I think because I think Here Before Too Long too, we're definitely experiencing some other stuff that's outside of the creepypasta realm. Kind of maybe go back to the Twitter. Maybe go back to the Twitter ARG thing, or keep kind of playing around, because that was a lot of fun too. And while it's hard, especially with some of these episodes, we know that our audio listeners too, we can't just do stuff that has tons of visuals, because then it's just audio listeners are going to be totally blue balled the whole time. But I do think on the channel
Sorry, I had
we're
to
gonna try
screenshot.
to do some more subsidiary
Shot
content that
that
just
shit, guys.
we can dive into more video stuff or be able to talk about other stuff while our main episodes here keep flowing through. So
Yeah,
but yeah,
I think it'd be fun to do some stuff like keep Creepcast to just like vocal stories.
yeah, stories
we
and
could-
stuff. And then,
I'm not saying videos don't have a place on the YouTube channel at least, right?
I mean, dude, I think definitely. I think especially, I don't think they have to be some long-winded, as long as these podcast episodes. But I do think like we have a lot of fun talking about horror stuff, and so much of horror is visual storytelling as well. So we'd like to, at least me personally, I'd like to.
Let me start Bad Friends for you guys. Oh yeah, this is the little douchebag.
I got nothing. I got nothing until September. But my point being is
What's
that
going
I
on
do
in
miss
September? Aren't you doing the thing with Segura?
I'm doing Sakura and Kreischer.
Oh wow!
I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
trouble.
Fatapalooza thing.
Yeah. Welcome back to Fatapalooza. How much can you eat,
Yeah.
drink, and fart out?
Yeah, but I want to say that I believe that things happen for a reason, and you run into people for a reason. Do you agree or no?
Yeah, and like things are kismet or meet cutes, like a meet cute.
Meet cute.
You think we met on a meet cute?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. What's so funny? I don't know what a meet cute. I've never heard that.
Meet cute? Meet cute.
Meet cute.
Meet cute.
I have an uncle named Meet.
Yeah, meet cute. He does nails.
He does nails. Yeah.
Meet cute. You want gel?
I don't. I think that. I know. I think that it was just inevitable that we would meet. But in terms of like being partners for this project, was meet cute.
It was meet cute.
Yeah. And
And you-
anyway,
you-
so yesterday,
Universal Energies.
Universal Energy. So Sunday, Mark Norman told me to come down and do his podcast at the store.
Hey, come on down, buddy.
Yeah, and I came down. Whitney was on. A bunch of people. I met Joe List for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Funny guy.
All those dudes are great.
Super funny. I did good.
Hey, man, come
And
down.
I just kind of walked off stage. You know how I do.
Yeah, you leave.
Yeah. Like Elvis. Bobby has left the building.
You think it's like Elvis?
Whatever.
You think you're like Elvis? Because you cut your hair short now. You're kind of... There it is.
I am.
You're a hunk of burning love.
No, I don't have his looks, but I think I have his energy, You do.
No,
I
you
don't like
do.
that laugh.
No, you do.
Yeah. Do I have Elvis's energy? No? Okay.
Chinese Elvis.
Chinese. Anyway, we've done it. But I was leaving.
Yeah.
I was leaving. And then I hear, hey, dude. I hear, hey, dude.
Is that Chinese Elvis?
No. No, it's
Who's
like,
that?
Yeah, it's an Israeli kid.
Oh.
He goes, hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
I go, what? And I see this, like, at first I thought it was like a sick Robert Smith from The Cure.
Oh,
Yeah. Just a little pale face.
Pale face.
Yeah. And I go, it was sunny too, so it was during the day.
Mm.
And then I looked at him and I recognized
What
him.
the
And I go, I've seen him online.
Somebody blur that.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm a big fan of you too, or whatever. And I
Is
go,
he deaf?
I don't know. That's how he sounds.
Oh,
to me.
okay.
Yeah. And then we had a little conversation on the patio. We exchanged numbers, and now he's here.
You gave him your real number.
I did.
And here he is.
Yeah.
Say hi, bud.
It's now I talk.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, I love you so much, dude. You're so good. Is there something about you? Can I say something about you, dude?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. There's a sadness about you
Oh,
and an
sadness?
anger.
I was thinking more hate and anger, more than sad. I'm not a sad guy.
You're not a sad guy?
No.
Oh, you're happy.
Happy but angry.
We had an interesting conversation though, you and I, Matan, did we not?
Very interesting.
Yeah. Was I nice?
Nice guy.
I'm a nice guy.
Small.
What do you mean?
Because I thought you were going to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. But is it like unnaturally small?
What do you mean? Oh, like it's not natural how small you are?
I mean, am I dwarf-like? Not that being a dwarf is natural.
Yeah.
I think
Don't-
you're a little bit taller.
Just
Yep.
just a
Very
little
good.
bit taller than a
Just a
dwarf.
little bit.
You wouldn't categorize me. If you were a doctor, you wouldn't be like,
Right above the line.
great. That means, you know what? That means I can get on the rides.
Can he?
Oh, they have a lot of you guys at Universal.
Yeah.
They made a whole theme park for you guys. Lot of-
Wait, what's you guys mean?
oh, you know what I mean, but I've...
No, I don't know what you mean. What
No,
do you?
I can't
No. What do you? Matan, I know you're a kid, all right? So I want to be gentle with you.
Yeah.
Look at me right now. Look at me right now. No, don't do that. Matan.
Are you talking about Harry Potter Town? Is that
Oh,
what you're talking about?
not Harry Potter.
Oh, Little Tokyo?
No, the little minions.
Oh.
Oh. Let me ask you, because they're yellow?
Now he's doing your material.
I know.
Oh, he does that. He says that joke
He says
before.
that joke before.
Yeah, I said it before.
So,
Matan, where are you from?
oh, I'm from Los Angeles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're talking the Valley, right, baby?
Oh, yeah, I was born in Encino.
And now you live in Tarzana?
No, now I live in Encino.
Okay, good. Yeah, so still Encino.
Yeah.
You're a senior in high school's coming up?
Yeah, right now I'm the 11th grade. I don't know which one that one's called.
That's a junior.
Just
Junior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're homeschooled.
No, I went to school, but now I'm just doing online because, I had to leave.
Why?
Some problems with the teachers, just problems.
You had problems or they had problems?
It was mutual, I guess.
Yeah, it does seem mutual. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way that's a one-way street.
Yeah.
But you know what? Who needs school?
No, I mean, his podcast is, it's popping a little bit.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's very
it's
popular.
popping a little bit, You're very aggressive on your podcast. You yell at people.
No, not aggressive. Just
You go fat fuck.
that was the producer. Yeah.
Yeah.
He died actually on the stairs.
He what?
We fell down the stairs after that.
You did?
We said it in the thing. We had
Yeah.
a funeral for him.
You're killing it, bud.
Killing a kid.
You met Dan Schneider?
Oh, almost. I had one of his clients on.
Wow.
Whoa. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe by transference you picked up some of that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Liver King?
The Liver King.
Yeah.
I think he's alpha.
Yeah, he is alpha.
He's alpha.
Yeah.
That was.
High testosterone, real.
Oh, are
He's
you?
a real man?
You. I know what you are.
What?
You're not alpha.
No, I'm alpha. I'm a real man.
No, you're not.
How much do you weigh?
Like maybe close to 130 is my guess.
That's a real man right
That's
there.
real man, because it's pure
Pure man.
brain and muscle.
How old are you?
I'm 17 right now. I just turned 17.
When?
Whoa.
Yeah, congrats. What are your dreams, your goals, your hopes?
Real quick, I got you guys a gift.
Go. All right, go.
Yeah, give me the gift.
Go give me a gift.
How exciting. This guy's. Oh wow.
Wow.
Is that an M4? Is that an M44? M4468? No, it's, yeah. It's a model. Oh shit! Thank you.
This is my specific gift.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Whoa.
Whoa, who's that signed by?
Not signed by me, but it's a poster of the Beatles.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
That's a great signature.
I've always wanted one of these.
Yeah.
We just, the 7-Eleven by the Baskin Robbins?
Yeah.
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 So I bought that there. It was 10.
You
It was $10.
You want
$10, and the Sharpie
yeah.
was $2.
Yeah, how much was this?
I don't think I paid for that.
Does it work?
I believe it makes a funny noise when you turn it off.
Yeah, but you don't think it works.
plug it in?
No, it
turn
works,
it on.
but it's like half broken.
Well, let's hear
Turn
it.
it on. Let's see,
Yeah,
McCone.
turn it on.
It works.
It's funny to watch McCone.
Did you sign it though?
No, I signed the Beatles.
I'd prefer you to sign the vacuum
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
You want me to sign the vacuum?
Yeah, please.
I can do it after, but just don't sell it because it's gonna... Unless you can give me some of the money.
Now, where did you get it? Is this something that runs in the family? Or are you guys
No,
cleaner?
that's one of the... You know how sometimes people... Yeah.
No, it sounds great.
Dude, it works.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's very
Happy
nice.
birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, but honestly, I thought it was broken. I was kind of a little mad about it. But since it works, what a great gift! A vacuum that works. Thank you. Clap, 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 clap. Yeah. Wow.
Pull your hair back like you just did again, and hold it like that. Look at Bob. No, hold it. Hold your hands on your head.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Because you want my eyes to.
no.
No.
Hold your
We're not
hair
doing
back.
that. We're not doing that.
Pull your hair back and
Yeah, yeah.
hold it tight like that.
Oh,
Not the top.
I love it.
What do you see?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
And Hathaway?
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Anne
Beautiful.
Hathaway. Yeah, beautiful.
Who is that?
A little Isla Fisher in there.
Little Isla Fisher.
Yeah,
yeah.
gorgeous.
I mean, dude, let me, Matan. I mean, I don't know if this is against because he's 17. I'm just saying that if you transitioned,
Oh no. No.
Oh, because if you say it 3 times, it'll happen. You can't do that. We've already said it twice.
yeah,
Don't-
if you transitioned,
Don't. That's 2. Be careful, because you might have to.
it would go pretty well for you. I
If
think.
you what?
No.
You have good jawline.
No, I'm not one of those.
You are a pretty girl.
Yeah.
You are a pretty
You
girl.
would be a pretty girl. Pretty girl.
You're a pretty boy, but you're a pretty
I don't want to
girl.
talk about it because every time I get into that conversation, people get mad for what I'm saying.
Why?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
Why don't we talk about it?
Yeah, talk about what?
What, that you'd be a pretty girl?
Yeah,
No,
pretty girl. You would be.
Look at your little chin. Look
those
at your
funny
little
people.
cheeks. Look at his cute cheeks.
Yeah. You have cute shit. Can I? The shit. You know. Oh, I know. Oh,
Oh, the Jewish thing?
I know. I know who you look like. Oh,
What?
Joan of Arc.
Little Joan.
Little Joan.
Little Joan of Arc. She was Jewish, wasn't she?
That's the guy in the Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonas Ark.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There you are.
There you are.
Oh, that really does look similar.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty good. She was a warrior.
Well, now you know what you are for Halloween, bud.
Yeah.
No, but she's not a real man, that's why. She has a lot of hate in her heart.
Oh. I thought you said you have hate in your heart.
Yeah, but if you have hate in your heart, but it's the wrong hate, you're not a real man.
So what's the real hate?
Or just hating. No, never mind.
No.
Okay.
No, don't never mind it. Look
No,
at me.
because
Matan, look at me. Matan, everything's fine. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, he can't say that.
Well, I'm not gonna say that.
What kind of alpha are you?
Oh.
Like a push-up alpha? Are you the guy that goes to the gym?
No, I don't go to the gym. But just not like a strong alpha. That's a different one. You can do double, but.
I know what.
What?
You're like Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
No, I want to be like Ben Shapiro.
Right.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he would be considered alpha.
Oh?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think, but maybe.
Oh.
I think you're more like Alex Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
like
yeah.
that guy.
I went on there a couple times.
I know.
I know.
We saw. That's incredible.
It's incredible.
I was 12.
But
How
what
do,
I want to.
how do people feel in high school about Bobby Lee? Like high school people think he's funny?
I never heard him.
Right. Yeah.
There's not much conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. But didn't you. Didn't you go. You came.
Oh no, I know you.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's because I'm like in the space. I only knew you after high school.
Right.
Oh, outside of high school.
Yeah. Well, no, not outside of high school. I'm saying I knew you since I left.
Oh, since you left. Okay.
How long has that been?
About a year, a little over a year.
Good.
Good. So anyway, what I wanted to ask you, what I wanted to tell you is that we went through a list of things.
Yeah.
And at the end of our conversation, we
Yeah. No.
stop.
This is manipulated.
No. We surmised that you were a full-blown liberal.
Oh no.
Oh shit. Does that hurt your feelings?
Because it's nasty. It's a
It is
dirt
true.
lie.
100% true.
We can go over. We can go.
No, we don't have to go over it right now. I'm just letting you know that I did a
No.
list, and you don't subscribe to any Republican.
Oh,
okay?
yes, I do.
Like what?
I'm pro-gun.
No, you're not.
I'm anti-abortion.
You're not pro-gun.
Yep.
You're not anti-abortion.
Oh, I
That's not
am.
what- you didn't say that.
No, because I.
You didn't say that Sunday,
Because-
dude. Let me tell you, he didn't say that Sunday.
No.
How about
I'll tell you what he said.
how about gay marriage?
No.
Yup. Nope.
Where's your
Because-
brother?
Well, listen. He doesn't go on camera. But
It doesn't matter. Anyway, he can defend. I'm not.
Just don't. Just let him defend himself.
Because listen, because we were at that place and all, I could tell that it was just a lot of other people like that, unfortunately. So I didn't want to hurt any feelings. So I was just trying
The
to.
comedy store.
Yeah, a lot.
You know what I mean?
But we were outside.
The LBGQ fucking mecca. Yeah, I mean, what are you talking about?
So other principle, like what makes you more Republican? You think? What do you eat for breakfast?
2 waffle and a chocolate milk.
Sounds pretty liberal to me, bud.
No.
Yeah,
yeah,
a
very
Republican
liberal.
would eat eggs and steak.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because
That's dinner. That's dinner time.
dinner. What do you mean? Dinner? Republicans don't eat dinner, dude. We're out there plotting and scheming.
Oh, you're a Republican?
Come on, man.
Come on, bud.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bud, come on.
Because I know you're liberal. You told
This is a Republican show. This is a hardcore Republican
Also-
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you fit in great.
Yeah.
Should the government increase or decrease military spending? What do you think?
All the way up.
Increase it.
I want it to go to like 5 trillion a year.
We're there.
All right.
Should the U.S. remain in the United Nations?
No.
No. Okay.
Why?
Should foreign...
No, wait. Why?
Oh, we're doing a liberal test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me right now. Why?
Why what?
Why do we get out of the? Why should we get out of the U.S.
Because that one is made so...
United Nations?
Like a real liberal, he doesn't know what the fuck it even says.
United. Shut the fuck up, guys. Can we get
Should
that over
we
again?
remain in the United Nations? Why?
Why?
Why no?
Because the United Nations made for the peace and all that, but if we leave, then we can start to maneuver on other countries.
That's right.
Whoa.
Should foreign terrorism suspects be given constitutional rights?
No.
No, lock them up, throw away the key,
Kill
right?
them right
bud?
away. Kill them right away.
Gone.
Straight away.
Are you a
Straight
fan of Guantanamo?
Which one is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's over there by Encino.
Oh, it's in Encino?
Yeah.
It goes Tarzana, Encino, Guantanamo.
yeah.
Should we?
Maybe I've been over there on accident. Maybe I passed by on the way.
Yeah. There's a really good coffee bean there.
Oh, it is so good.
Yeah. It's like the first one, I think.
How many white BMWs are in your driveway right now?
Oh no, I'm not Armenian, but there's a lot close by.
Great question, dude.
Thank you.
Dude, great question, dude.
Should welfare recipients be tested for drugs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why do you want to find out that they're on drugs?
Because I wanted to tell me I'm a Republican.
Right.
Right.
That's
okay.
good.
Okay.
You're like Middle Eastern Trump. Should the technology of our financial system transition to a decentralized protocol that's not owned or controlled by any corporation similar to the internet?
Don't understand.
That's
Okay.
yeah, I figured that.
Oh, skip after that.
Should the U.S. raise taxes
wow.
on the rich?
No, I want it to go down.
Way down.
Yeah.
Make it go way.
Only for the rich, though.
No, but the rich, they work for their money. That's why.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
When
That's
I have
right.
a lot of money, I don't want to be taxed.
Should the government continue to fund Planned Parenthood?
No.
No, right. You want to shut it down.
Wow.
I want to put them in jail.
Right. Oh God.
Whoa, dude.
What's your stance on abortion? We already know that you're pro
I
life.
already said earlier.
Okay, can I stop for a second, okay? May I stop for a second? Sunday, he said, I go, gay marriage. He goes, yeah.
Oh, that's a lie. That's not true. Not
Look at me right now, dude.
Didn't happen.
Matan, look at me right
So
now.
one of you guys is lying. It seems like.
I
Number two, I asked you about the border.
And
You're
I said I wanna
He goes,
put
I
up
like
a wall."
Mexican. He goes, I like Mexicans.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I said I
You said I like Mexicans.
I said-
Did you not say you like
I
Mexicans?
said we needed more white babies.
Okay, no, you did it. No, you did
Yes,
it.
I did.
No,
That's
you
what I
did.
said.
No, you did it. Right.
I mean,
Oh,
he
that's-
does,
And then I
he
said
does have a point.
Yeah, I asked you about guns, right?
I said I want an automatic.
No, you go.
I
You
said I
know,
want automatic
this is what he said.
rifle.
Can I just may I talk now? I love you, dude. Thanks for coming. Look at me.
It's making me angry because
I know.
you're lying on my name.
So this is what he said. Okay, he goes, well, you know, a lot of these school shootings are with, you know, what I mean, AK-47. So we should get rid of those.
Oh,
but-
you want to know what not to interrupt you, but I have a solution for that without taking away the guns.
What?
Do you think a school shooter is able to, with the gun, whatever, it doesn't matter what gun, let's say he has an automatic, it doesn't even matter. Do you think he can take down one guard like police dog? Listen, but
No.
can he
Wait,
do it?
wait, stop.
Can he shoot a dog?
I didn't even
Can he-
understand.
one of those school guys versus one trained dog. Can he take him down? Yes or no?
Well, with a gun, yeah.
Okay, what about 5?
Yeah.
10?
He said
Getting
yes
a
to
little
5.
closer now, right?
Yeah, 10 is getting a little shaky.
Okay, what about 100?
100, no chance.
Okay, so what if we do 100 of those dogs per classroom per school?
100 dogs
And
per
then
classroom
no
per
need to
school.
take away the gun.
So you're talking about, what are we talking? Each in a classroom in a school, you're talking 40 classrooms.
Yeah, somewhere like that. Like,
Time-
Well, let's double down. How about some lions?
well, they're not. I don't think there's enough.
Well, they're
of
not
them.
trained or legal.
Yeah,
He's
that-
proposing something legal.
Oh, it's not my bad.
That does
There's
make.
guard dogs for each student in the school, and then
This is the problem, dude.
Yeah.
Feeding those dogs is
No, you know what,
costs a lot of
though?
money.
that's their issue. But what we need to do, they're gonna know to attack when there's a loud noise. They're gonna just start going crazy and get whoever they can get.
So they're just going to eat the kids as well.
No, just whoever.
So you're going to lose some of the kids.
It's possible.
Today's episode is sponsored by Manscaped. Fellas, blink if you haven't purchased a Father's Day gift yet. I have, and my dad's dead. Yeah, okay? Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Maybe your pops has had a bush since the 70s, and that's okay. Our friends at Manscaped have crafted the total package for his special day. Whether it's for the boys downstairs, his beard, or even the best pair of underwear out there, Manscaped has his bases covered. Head over to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with code BADFRIENDS. From daddy to zaddy, trust Manscaped. Okay, you guys know I'm a swimmer, and I compete a lot, and and also pubic hair and hairs on your body, it affects your time, right? So I shave my pubes because I want to be champion. I want to get the bronze in the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
And I really do. I think I can get it, right? And so I've been shaving my pubes, and the only thing that I shave my pubes with is Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code BADFRIENDS at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. And use code BADFRIENDS. Never forget where you came from, if you know what I mean, baby. Happy Father's Day from Manscaped. This episode is brought to you by Displate. Displate is currently celebrating its 11th birthday. Happy birthday to, happy birthday to, happy birthday. And when it comes to birthdays, they're best celebrated with friends, even if they're the bad kind. In case you need a quick refresher, we're the guys behind those sleek metal posters that hang in your studio. Check this out, guys. Look at this pedal, right? So when I was a kid, I used to have a Duran Duran poster. I've said this before, okay? And there was no display technology back then, right? And so this poster was shredded to pieces within like 4 or 5 months. With display, forever, guys, or close to forever, okay? All right, we're making life easier for you and your walls with our magnet mounting system that saves you from drilling holes. This way, you can treat your walls to new displays for your favorite movies, games, or shows in seconds. All in high-quality metal, shipped to your door in 4 or 5 business days. Look, we're not here to ask for birthday gifts. Actually, it's the other way around. We have some surprises for you. That's right, it's plural. The first surprise is a brand new limited Bad Friends metal poster. Look at this. Available exclusively at Display, only until the end of May. Look at this poster, guys. The second one is a special discount. It's the biggest one we've run this year so far. Up to 42% of your next order. Claim it now with the link in the description. Your discount will apply automatically. Or simply use Bad Friends at checkout. Okay. I thought you were gay. Oh yeah. Right. And you were
But
like,
look, I picked the blue chair, not
you know
the
what I mean?
pink.
Yep.
Smart.
That's smart.
He asked me that other Asian guy asked me. He said, "Do you want to sit in the blue chair or the pink?" I said, "Blue," cause
Does your family play chess in the fucking park in Griffith Park? Or like,
What Asian?
What kind
What other Asian?
What Asian?
That guy?
You asked
That guy's
what?
that guy's Mexican. You
That,
think,
he-
you think that guy's Asian?
Yeah, that guy's Mexican.
That guy's Mexican.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's from Mexico City.
I don't believe that.
Well, he's been my friend for 30 years.
Hola. That didn't sound real.
Well, no, he's a gay Mexican. They always
That's
sound.
how they do it.
Yeah, little sound. I know
They
that's
do it.
double down for you.
Ask him to move a little back. He's making me uncomfortable.
You move back to Mexico.
But that would be preferable. But
Well-
unfortunately,
What do you think, Juan?
Juan.
No.
Okay, that's fine. John?
I mean, the
Juan-
amount
Juan,
of
John.
weed that he must have smoked today.
Yeah. Do you smoke a lot of weed?
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little, a lottle.
Okay, well, fine. Guy, you do what you do. We're just a fan of yours.
They don't have water at home school.
Yeah. Do you know how to work that?
yeah, I got it open. It just took me a second.
Okay.
We'll take a drink out of it.
Oh no.
No, we'd love to see you drink.
But I don't. What if you guys put something in it? Because you just said something funny.
You just cracked the seal. You just saw the seal crack open. I just want to make sure you're not a narc.
Okay, I'll take a sip.
Take a sip.
Take a step.
Don't hide it. Don't hide it.
Oh, it tastes really good.
Did he have a sip?
Yeah, I think you got a
It
little.
looked like he had it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look, I really took a sip.
Yeah. That's a good bit, dude.
You have painted nails?
Yeah. And you saw that Sunday, and you complimented Sunday.
You're just
No,
now,
you're complimenting. Go fuck yourself.
liar.
Hey, kid, go fuck yourself.
You know,
Right.
look at the YouTube. Go back to my YouTube and go down. Look, I want to show you that I'm not kidding around about that. That's horrible.
About what's horrible? Painted nails?
I kicked somebody out of my podcast for that. But he was a little more feminine than you. That's why. We'll go down a little bit. Yeah, there he is. Look, the one with the fire. You see?
Yeah.
I got him out
Why?
because he painted his nails.
Okay.
And what is that?
Oh, he was painting his nails while he was shooting?
No, I just realized in the middle of the podcast he painted his nails. I told him to leave
Okay.
Yeah, because it's feminine.
because it's beta.
Yeah, it's.
All right, so Matan, watch. I'm doing it.
Are you getting rid of it?
No, I'm painting it, and what would you say?
Oh, if I saw this?
No, let's act.
Oh, hypothetical.
Do you see me painting my nails actually? No, this is a
Oh,
fucking
okay.
bit.
Okay, let me try. Do it
All right.
again. Doody-doo. Doody-doody-doody-doo. Doo. Doo. Doody-doo. Doody-doo.
You're calling the cops?
Yeah. I was trying to get to the number.
It's not illegal anymore, man.
It's not
not
illegal.
illegal?
Yeah, yeah.
Not anymore.
No, what would you? I want you to yell at me.
No, I wouldn't confront you myself. I would take a picture of you or something,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I will have somebody find you later that day.
Whoa.
Can we do a version of this? Whoa.
What?
Can we do a version of this where you do yell?
What would you have somebody find him and do? Like have his nail polish
No,
over
just
and
say hello.
take it off?
That's
You
so
know, just
stupid.
Like, not a happy touch. Just say hello to him. Just make sure everything's okay with him.
Yeah.
I legit
No.
beat his ass too.
God, man, those
I know.
Israeli soldiers are wild.
They're wild. I know they're wild.
Oh no!
I mean-
don't associate me with that stuff.
Oh, that's right. Sorry about that.
No, that's not what you said Sunday. But anyway.
No.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said-
yeah. You.
What did I say on Sunday about that?
Yeah, you love Israel.
No!
Yeah, hold up,
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Yeah, you.
You told me.
You did.
No, you told me you love Israel. I said
I did not say that.
I said
I said no.
I told you that
Haram.
I said, hey, listen.
Haram. Haram.
I said I'm not.
Am I speaking something?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm speaking in tongue right now. Karam baraya kanu.
You're telling me that I'm not kosher.
Right, you kosher.
You're telling me I'm not.
You are not.
I'm not. I'm haram.
Haram.
Oh, so I'm saying you're bad. I'm bad.
You're bad.
Well, you don't even know. I realize what you're
Was
saying.
haram a real word?
Yeah, in Arabic.
Fuck yeah, dude. See?
Yeah, good.
I speak in tongues, bro.
Spamming that
You're good
shit.
with
Yeah,
Arabic.
yeah.
You've
But I was
always
gonna
been
say,
good.
listen.
Wait.
Forbidden. Haram means it's forbidden or
Yeah, it's like bad.
I'm
lawful.
trying to transfer my speaking in tongues, but
I did it
I'm
again.
doing it.
This shit is getting agonizing.
Habibi.
Very good. BB.
Habibi.
Habibi.
Habibi means my love.
Habibi mean my love.
No, but listen, I'm no longer Israeli. I'm a born again Armenian. Just so you know.
God bless.
You were telling me Sunday about like you're saving yourself until you get married.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
That'll be a while.
Old
huh?
school.
Yeah.
You'll be wild, you think?
Huh?
You'll be wild, huh?
It's possible. Yeah.
So you've never had a girlfriend?
No.
Have you ever had girls that are friends?
No, not really. I try to stay away from them.
Right. Well, that would make it tougher to have a girlfriend then too.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing you were saying.
What's your ideal of a perfect date if you were going to take a girl out on a date?
The romantic date.
No. Just
The
a purely
non-romantic kind.
platonic date
Or
with a woman.
platonic date.
With a woman, yeah.
I wouldn't do it platonic date.
Right. So give
That's
me
a waste of time.
give me the romantic one.
Oh, I don't know. I never thought about it. I'm trying
Okay, here, Matan.
Like Buffalo Wild
Matan,
Wings.
No.
Matan,
No.
check this out, all right? I know you don't like to play in a scenario.
to. Yeah, I don't
But
like-
I know, but we're gonna do it right now.
Got to punch me,
Okay,
dickhead.
So I'm just curious to see how you would pick up on a girl. So let's suppose you're at the Glendale Mall,
Oh,
Galleria.
Glendale.
You love it there, right?
With a lot of my people, new people are over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and so I'm over at the Sephora.
I
You
wouldn't-
see me? I'm just play
Okay,
it. This is
alright.
the scenario, and I'm like, I'm getting makeup, right? And you think, and you want to?
Are you a man or a woman?
I'm a woman, dude. I'm a beautiful woman, dude.
Look at him. See?
What are you doing? So
He gets nervous.
So I want you to act it out. See what you would say. Okay? Are you ready?
Beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman.
Okay, so not Bobby Lee.
No. I'm Lucy Liu.
Oh no, I wouldn't go up.
Sandra Oh.
This just sound like Asian people. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like Asians?
All right, man.
Olivia Munn.
Yeah, it's a
She's
white.
halfy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just give it. It doesn't matter. I won't go.
Margot Robbie. Look at
I'm
Margot Robbie.
Whatever. Sure. All right.
I'm Margot Robbie.
Is that how she sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate, right? So, hey, this is. Go ahead. See what you would say.
Oh, I'm trying to. What am I doing?
You're trying to ask me out on a fucking date, man.
I wouldn't ask Bobby Lee out.
No, you're no.
Yeah.
I'm Margot Robbie in this scene.
Oh, so there's Margot Robbie there.
I am
So why are you the Margot Robbie?
because I'm acting.
But why not him or the other the Asian guy? or
No,
the
because
Margot?
they're not on the show. Matan, just do it.
Or just interact with your
Yeah,
hypothetical?
hypothetical. This is I'm Margot Robbie.
But what am I trying to do?
Ask me on a date.
Do I know that it's a celebrity or no?
Yeah. You know who she is.
Also, but okay, let me think. 'Cause then I'm gonna approach it differently.
Okay, good.
Don't think too much.
Don't think too much.
Just
Instinct.
Hello, what's your name?
It's a good start.
Very good stuff.
But you can't
yeah,
laugh at this. I'm trying.
I'm Margot. I'm Margot Robbie.
Oh, the celebrity.
Wow, what the fuck? That was crazy. What are you doing, sir?
I think maybe he had a muscle twitch.
Yeah. Sir, what was that? Why are you covering your face? What's wrong with you?
Well, he's embarrassed about how he just acted.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you.
My eyes hurt a little bit.
Okay. I mean,
That's what love feels like, bud.
No, you. That you missed the point of what I did. You wouldn't be talking anymore. Elbow.
let's get over again. I didn't know. All right.
Okay. Hello, what's your name?
Margot.
Whoa.
Whoa, dude. Well, yeah, maybe. Oh, wow. What are you doing? Dragging your legs?
Whoa.
What?
He's gonna cry. It's emotional.
Are you crying?
Yeah, I felt really bad.
All right. Water
Yeah,
time.
get
Water
some more,
break.
yeah,
Water
put
break.
some more of that water
All
on
right,
your
yeah.
jacket.
You know, maybe you and I should talk for a bit. Let him.
Yeah, well, let's have him plug something, and we can. He's here to plug something, right?
No.
Oh, I'm doing a promo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sponsored on this podcast.
Do your promo.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm not understand. I don't have a sponsor though.
I think you do.
I have a sponsorship.
No. Listen.
You just broke the table.
No. How the fuck do you? Did I really?
Yeah, it's been broken.
Yeah. How the fuck? Are you making money off of YouTube?
No, I sell a course. I guess that would be my promo. You can buy my course. I'm gonna teach you a lot of stuff. How to get girls, make money.
Okay.
Teach you all different stuff.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Well, those who can't.
You can make a lot of money with my course.
Oh, you can.
But
sell a course?
you don't make a lot of money. But other people can. If they go to your course.
Really, it's only me.
You're the only one?
Yeah.
That's signing up for your own course?
No, I'm the one. They're not making money.
They're not making it. Okay, so you make all the money from them.
No, because
How much does it cost to join the course?
Because I'm telling them, you can't hear the mic, right?
No,
Right.
we can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
But
We
I'm
can't hear
telling them that if they join the course, they're gonna make money, and then the course tells them that they need to start a course with my affiliate link.
Right.
Yeah.
How much?
Oh, that's a
To
genius.
join, it costs like $100.
$100?
Oh, anybody can join my course for $100.
But also, can I just say something?
Yeah.
They can't hear me. Okay.
Okay.
When
They can't hear you.
No, they can't hear you.
Right.
All right. So what I'm saying is, just Sunday when we're talking, you're liberal, right?
No, I'm not liberal.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm
so
Cuban.
anyway, sorry. So what I was gonna say is that so you tell them to teach a course, but you get 10% of what they do, right? So it's a pyramid.
Oh no, well yeah, actually.
Yeah,
it
actually,
might
that's the way to make money.
Oh no, but not a pyramid. I let them start other courses.
I know, but
On
you.
the mic.
I know. Okay. But what I'm saying is that you still, when they're teaching other courses, you just get a percentage of their course.
Not 10%, more than that.
Or 25%, whatever it is.
20. What am I?
Okay, 30%. 30%. That's fair. Not 80. That's insane.
Well, that's what I'm charging them.
Okay. Go back. Take your mic off now, so everyone can hear you.
I think I'm gonna get out of here.
Why?
I was just thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah. What's going on tomorrow?
I want to know about the course.
Oh, you want to know about my course?
I want to know about the course.
What about it?
That's smart.
Yeah.
As a salesman, that's smart. You make me dig to find out.
You
I
want me
like
to
that.
Try selling you the course?
Yeah, sell me the course.
How much money do you make?
I make $22,000 a year.
$22,000 a year?
Yeah.
Are we interacting with you, or is it just a random person?
Either way, man, take the ball and run with it. I make $22,000 a year.
Oh, that's not a lot of money. How are you affording rent?
Well, I mean, I'm barely getting by, but my wife makes a pretty fair amount of money, and she does.
Also, the wife is making more money than you. You're a beta, and if you don't want to be a beta, then I'm gonna help you. But if you want to continue with the wife,
Excuse me, I'm his wife.
Yeah,
So-
that's really
That's
rude.
fucking.
I'm
No,
not gonna
let
speak
me.
to her. I'm not gonna speak to
Oh,
women
don't put your
about
hand in front of my face, okay? Thank you.
I'm not listening to women about business.
All right.
So,
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa.
Wow. Take your fucking. I'm a fucking judge.
Hold on, hey, babe.
Good for
I'm
you.
a judge.
Babe,
All right,
babe.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Babe,
All right.
babe.
Will you stop doing that too?
Well, it's kind of helping.
Yeah.
So listen, how do we
Yeah,
get? Look,
Like this. I can't even see them.
how do I make enough money to leave this fucking bitch? Sorry.
But you need to join
How do
my
I make
course.
enough money to leave
I'm
this
gonna
fucking bitch?
I'm gonna teach you multiple different ways. I'm gonna teach you crypto trading.
We already do crypto
We
trading.
do crypto. Hey,
But
you
you said-
fucking kid, moron. We do.
Babe,
Not to-
Where'd you go?
baby,
If-
Where'd he go? Where did he go?
babe, baby love.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Okay.
That's why you're not.
Oh, there he is. Oh,
That's
gone.
why you're not making any money to crypto because your wife is involved.
So I got to get her out of my life.
Is she telling you which ones to buy and sell?
She always has. Yeah.
Well, that's why you're losing because it's a woman doesn't know when it's gonna go up and down.
The man knows. Only men can know that kind of stuff.
Only alpha men, and you're right now a beta, so you would lose money anyways. But
Okay, can I just say something right now?
I can't.
Yes.
I can still see you with your hand in front.
I can't see.
Okay, I'm going to let you know. So anyway, I own our house, right, honey?
Oh.
Honey, do I own our house?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, our house is $12.5 million in Beverly Hills, okay?
This guy makes 20,000 a month.
Yeah, right?
Right, no.
But he's got a great dick,
Okay.
and I like to fuck his dick.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, you're welcome, all right?
What do you think
so
about
I just want
that?
to say this. At least you live at home with your parents.
No, I live in a.
No, you don't. You
I
do.
live in a mansion.
You live at home with your parents with
What?
your brother.
No, $12.6 million mansion in Beverly Hills.
Oh, it's bigger than mine?
By the point.
What's the address?
The address.
Yeah, what's the address?
Yeah, what's the address?
Well, you go there every day. You must
Beverly
know.
Hills.
Oh, that's the address.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna give you my address. The
Yeah.
specific. I don't want to.
Well, what if we just want to send you like a card in the mail?
Yeah.
But I don't want a woman involved with the mail. That's gonna end really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, women shouldn't touch
Yeah,
mail.
yeah, yeah.
I've said that for years.
That's insane.
No, I've said
What
that.
you're saying is insane.
What I'm saying is insane.
Yeah.
No, it's because I'm writing.
Do you love your mother?
Yeah, but she doesn't get involved with business.
Do you love your mother?
Yeah.
You respect her?
Yeah.
Respect women.
If they know the place. She doesn't get involved with the business in the house.
Right.
Right.
What about outside the house?
What do you mean? She's not gonna go outside the house to do business.
Is she allowed outside of the house?
Well, that's not up to me.
Oh,
Because
who's it up to?
Well, no, that's up. No,
Not
not
up to God?
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 No, because she's in jail right now. But regardless.
God is in fucking jail?
No. My mother is in jail right now.
What did she do?
Really?
Yeah.
What did she do?
So that would be up to the police.
What did she do?
What she do?
Yeah.
I don't think I can say it. Am I allowed?
Yeah, you are.
Because it was a really nasty felony.
Why don't you take a look at one of your attorneys up there? They might tell you if you're allowed to say it.
Yeah, you're good, man.
There you go.
They're allowed?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, well, she was gonna give me a car.
And she tried to steal it.
No, I mentioned it earlier. I had my body gonna give me a car so I can learn to drive. Unfortunately, they got her.
Grand Theft Auto.
No Grand Theft Auto. That's what they claim, but she didn't do it.
Yeah, I know.
How did she get the car then?
But she was in it for real, and then they going like 105 on the freeway. That's why I didn't want her to drive in the first place.
How big is the bed that you sleep in? Is it a twin?
I bet you it's a
It's not a king. It's a single.
Single, yeah.
Really, like one of those race car beds.
Who tucks your sheets? Do your mom tuck your sheets at night?
She's in jail.
No, she's not. She's not. Because you talked to how much you love your mother. So.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you love
but
your
I-
mommy.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
And you love your father. And
I
have a
think
great,
you love
like-
your mommy and your
Yeah, I
pop.
do.
You
But-
do.
And I bet you money she does your laundry and she makes your bed.
She used to,
and you
but
come
now
home.
jail.
And you know, and when you
See,
come
but
home
you're describing
every
a woman's
night,
role
every
in the
night,
house.
every night on
You're
your
describing a woman's role in the household. See, you were doing it subconsciously. I caught you there. You said you love your mother. She does the laundry and the dishes and tucks you in the bed. So you just described what a woman's supposed to do.
You just got me, dude.
He got you good.
Oh fuck. Dude.
You're deep down are able to become alpha, but you
Oh, I'm not alpha.
right now if you
What am I? What would you could describe me as?
beta.
Beta.
Yeah, beta.
You think I'm a bitch?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate you had potential.
You ever had a 17-year-old call you a little bitch?
No, I didn't.
I'll
say
be honest
that.
with you. No, and it fucking.
Did it hurt?
He's so angry. It makes me. This isn't.
No, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think we figured that out.
Yeah.
Not drinking.
Yeah.
No, I took a sip,
He's safe,
Yeah.
and I'm watching.
Hey, dude, you're a bitch too.
Whoa.
but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Why? Because I'm a beta saying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Alpha calls you a bitch, then it hurts, huh?
Oh, they won't do it
Why is that?
because they know not to say it to a different alpha.
Alpha can't do that to another
They
alpha.
have mutual respect.
Listen,
for
kid, in a physical confrontation between you and I.
Do you think you would beat me in a fight?
Yeah.
That's false.
You're false.
Don't these guys all know Krav Maga?
Oh yeah, they do.
No, no, that one is for those fucking Israeli people. But there's a new one I'm learning.
What's it called?
I forget. That's how I'm trying to think.
Jiu-jitsu?
No, not jujitsu.
Really funny,
Thanks.
dude. Jiu-jitsu's funny, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
You want to wrestle? Bobby was a fucking state wrestler.
I don't want to touch him.
Oh. What's your favorite meal?
A raw piece of cow.
A piece of cow?
A raw piece, like a raw slab of the meat.
A raw cut of steak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
With all of
Like a carpaccio situation, was thinly sliced.
No.
Tartare.
No. Just one like this, like that one.
Like a T-bone steak.
Yeah. This is a guy that's never probably eaten a steak. When you describe steaks like this,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
No,
somebody's.
it's a square.
Yeah. You get a square of fucking cow meat and you eat that.
Yeah, because it doesn't. They cut it so it can cook correctly, but if it's raw, it doesn't matter.
So it's a perfect square.
Oh yeah, they cut it to look nice.
What cut of the meat?
You know what? I know what you eat.
What?
Let me guess. Peanut butter for sure.
No, I'm allergic.
No, I'm done. Really?
Oh, only a beta would be allergic to peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's a beta move.
So are you allergic or
Peanuts?
not? Are you beta or not?
Whoa.
Well, for one, it better than.
Get him some of that peanut butter. Make him eat it in front of us to prove it. Right now, there's
Yeah.
peanut butter over there. Make him fucking eat it.
Yeah.
I want to prove that you're.
I bet you love macaroni and cheese.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Go over there and go get one of
And
those.
then you like jelly?
There's cashews over there. Go get them.
You're saying I like peanut butter sandwich?
Yeah.
What does the macaroni have to do with that?
I know, just a separate thing. So a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and probably cheesy macaroni. I love it.
Ooh, you like cheesy mac.
I don't like the way he did that.
Yeah.
Come here. Are you allergic to peanuts? You're allergic to
No,
nuts?
I'll eat some.
This is to prove if you're an alpha. If you're
No,
a
but
fuck,
that says cashew.
same thing, dude.
Yeah.
Open up. Oh, an alpha would have caught it. That's nervous.
Yeah.
That makes me nervous. Come on.
You try to throw it over there.
No? Okay, put it in your
Yeah.
mouth.
See.
You want me to eat it?
Yeah.
You have to.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
You know what I realize?
No.
You should be a magician.
Oh, magic?
You're good at sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know where that cashew went.
You don't know where it went?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
What? See, dude.
Oh.
Shin Lim, move over. What the fuck? That's magic, dude. Okay, show me the peanut or the cashew, and then make it disappear. Go.
Move over,
Move
Shin Lim.
over. Wow.
Move over, Shin Lim. It's Schindler.
Yeah. It's shit. Schindler. Yeah. So let's
Really
let's
good.
plug your podcast.
My podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to do it or you to do it?
I think you should do it.
Yeah, I don't know
Want me to
anything
do
about.
it?
I don't, literally don't know how to.
Okay,
do it.
please. Your guy's not even subscribed on the TV.
No.
No.
But, oh, there you go.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah, so please, guys,
Unsubscribe, please.
I guess the people watching, I do my own thing. Look, our last guest, I don't know when this will release, he was a homeless guy on crack. That was the last guest.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully in future I can get some better guests, and please take a look at it. It's a great podcast.
Okay. Well, before you go though, can I ask you another question? Because he has. We were talking about Sunday. You said you had interest in doing stand-up.
Yeah, I've never done it because they don't
How
let
many?
me. I'm 17.
I know, because I met him at the Comedy Store. He was just kind of wandering around there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
He
know-
literally was just kind of hovering around. He goes, "Hey."
I was gonna try to get in. That's why.
Yeah.
You remember that? Not my brother. You remember the other guy I had with me?
Yeah.
He went in the kitchen. I swear, he went in the.
He went, and what did he do?
He reported back whether or not we could get inside through the kitchen.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it through there.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
He said there was an entrance through there.
There's no entrance to there.
Yeah.
You'd have to go through the manager's office.
I don't know. I never went in.
Anyway, so you thinking about doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. When are you gonna start?
I don't know. I wanted to call the people. I want to see if any of them.
Give us a bit right now.
Oh, you want me to do stand up?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's on the spot though. Is there a topic or what is it?
I'm just bringing you out. Hey guys, welcome to Chuckle Chuckles.
Huh?
Love this fucking
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Dude, you're in a mood today.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're tired.
I'm not tired.
Okay. Hey, welcome to Chuckle Chuckle. I'm Alfie Smith.
Hey, Al.
Hey, everybody.
Love this.
Bada boom, bang, bang, bing, bing, bang, bang. What's up? Woo! Anyway.
It's a good comment.
yeah. Hey.
Oh, he's got a claw hand.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, he's got a claw
What do you
hand.
think? And they
Bell.
compete.
Then I will leave.
They're competing.
No, you're backstage.
Yeah, yeah.
Ready to go on.
I gotta warm up the crowd, dude.
Oh, so I don't hear this?
Yeah, you're backstage. You're going, oh my god, can I follow this?
You're nervous.
You're nervous. You're like, this
okay.
guy's crushing.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah. What is up with putting the trays down on the airplane?
What is that about?
Yeah, what is it about? It's like, hey, if it crashes, we're all gonna die anyway.
Right.
You know? And then it's like the emergency. I can do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, look at the tiger. Anyway, next comic coming to the stage. Wow, he's from Glendale.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Armenian, I think.
Yep.
Baton, give him a round of applause, everybody.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, let's do some crowd work. Hey sir, what's your name? Is that your, I don't know, I'm gonna imagine I'm talking to them, right? Hey, you're white, but your girlfriend is black. What's up with that? Hey, look, take a look at him. Let's do some crowd work. That guy's Asian. Out. Hey, I think we've had enough crowd work. Let's make some jokes. Hey, all right, let's do some crowd work. What's up with your girlfriend, man? Yeah.
Is that still the same black guy, black girlfriend, black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm targeting him a little.
I get
Oh,
that.
yeah, it's great, it's great. I love when you target. Yeah.
Hey, well, yeah, we don't allow that type of interracial in here. Just like that guy over there. So you might need to leave what was the place called?
Chuckle, chuckle.
Chuckle. You might need to leave the building.
So our Asian guy's gone and the white girl with the black guy's gone too.
Yeah, they just left.
No, white man with the black girl and the Asians out.
Less likely, but yeah, I get it.
I get it.
Oh, that one's not as likely.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, but yeah.
Keep going. I love it.
We're in the crowd too, man.
Yeah, we're like, yeah.
Okay, let me think.
Hey, you suck.
Hey, let me think. I'm coming up with something.
Yeah, this guy fucking sucks.
Hey, hold on. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Hey, man.
We want our fucking money
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
dude.
Tell
Fuck
a
this
joke,
guy.
fucker.
Where's Long Neck?
Alright.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So, I have a crazy story. You guys want to hear my crazy story?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Back
Better
in,
than,
it was 1990.
better than the racism.
No. Don't call me racist, but listen. This is the story. It's an unbelievable story. It's 1993. I'm in class in college or whatever, and I don't want to go to class, but the teacher says, please, you have to, or I can't teach the class. What are you laughing at?
It's good. Yeah.
1 second. I need to remember the story.
Oh, he's got to reset.
Start from the top.
You want me to restart it?
This happens to all the best comics.
Yeah,
You're good.
We do that.
All right, so sorry about that. I forgot the story. So I'm in Spanish class. The teacher said, hey, make sure to come to class, but I don't want to go. And anyways, let's skip a little forward. It results in me taking Russian classes. I do Russian 1, Russian 2, Russian 3. Now it's Russian 4. We're going to Russia, okay? We get off the train, and this is back when Russia was owned by the mob. It's run by the mob. So the teacher says, hey, so these are your 2 security guards here. I forget the names. One of them with like Igor or something, right? So then they said, don't get near them. They don't want to talk to you. And then after, we're at like the hotel or something, and I leave my room. They said, don't get near them, but I knocked on the door. And then he opened it, and he said something in Russian. Blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know what to do. I'm getting nervous. I go, I'm the machine, right? And then he liked it, and he let me in, okay? And so we started drinking with him, and he tells all the Russian people, he tells them, I'm the machine, right? So I'm drinking vodka with my friends, the new Russian friends, and then from there, I don't know, I'm trying to think. He told everybody to leave me alone, so I'm the one running it with them, right? I'm hanging out with the 2 mobster guys who's running Russia now, and then on our way to Moscow, I'm sitting in the back, the 2 Russians come and get me. They say, sit in the first class with us.
This crowd works better.
No, this story gets better.
I love this story.
Okay,
You want the
sorry,
story?
my bad.
Let him tell. This is a great story.
Okay.
I've heard this before.
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
haven't. It's brand new.
No, I thought you've told me this story before.
Oh, I've said this story?
Yeah.
Probably a lot of times.
Yeah, a bunch.
I'm just gonna keep telling it.
What happens on the train?
Oh, on the train, so the teacher comes to the front, and then my friend Igor, he spits fucking vodka in our eyes.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
Why would he do that?
It's unbelievable. And guess what? And then after we rob,
It is pretty unbelievable.
it's not believable at all.
At all.
But it's real.
Okay, so
It's a
then what
real
happened?
story.
Yeah.
So then I'm thinking, we robbed the little train cart.
You're wanting to rob the train.
Well, no, they told me, hey, take some vodka, take some money. And then I realized I'm the only one. I'm stealing from it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Right?
What ends up happening?
Anyway, so then the teacher, here's the best part. So then the teacher,
Let's laugh.
no, it's gonna get better.
Okay.
So then the teacher says, I called the police on you guys. And then we steal all the rest of the stuff at night. And then, hey, hold on.
Okay.
Hey.
See, this,
I'm at a comedy club. Don't tell me when to laugh. or
I'm
not.
listening to the
tough on
comedian.
you. All right?
See, you get spit on when you do that kind of stuff.
Fuck, alright. Sorry. Fucking sorry. I thought it was a comedy club.
I paid good money to be in here.
Just spit on my face.
Well, then go outside.
Alright, sorry.
Yeah, okay, so anyways, the train stops, the police are outside. So I get out of the truck. I'm in the train.
The trog?
Trug.
The
Yeah.
trug.
Well, no, trug.
Is the front of the train called a trog?
Trug.
Truck.
Truck?
There's a truck on the train?
Trug.
Oh, a trug.
Yeah.
Oh, the middle car.
No.
Hey, guy.
I don't think
What
you
the
got
fuck
it.
is this? Let him tell the joke.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's a trog. Everyone knows it's a trog.
Oh,
So
trog.
anyways, we're done. After we walk out of the truck, I'm in the train.
Yeah, the trog, dude.
Right.
Okay, so then the police are there, and then the police, they're taking statements from the teacher and all the students. Right, and then we party with the police because my Igor told them I'm the machine.
Whoa. You know,
Is that-
most comics won't clap after their own shit, but I fucking love that.
That's a
love that.
great
I love
story.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
great story.
Was that in Bert's movie?
Who's that?
What do you mean?
What's with the machine mean? I don't get it. Ooh, don't look at me like I'm. What's going on?
You're the odd man out here.
I know. Well, explain. I'm the machine. What's that?
You got it?
Trogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trogs.
It's about trogs.
I was waiting for you to get the trogs part.
Yeah.
That was probably the thickest part.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh.
believe in God?
Yeah, I do.
You do? I was gonna say because I know you have a history with that.
History with my relationship with God, my personal relationship with God.
Your history with that conversation.
We believe in God.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
Oh yeah.
What do you think he thinks about you?
Oh, I think he loves me. I've been getting close with him recently.
Are you a Jesus guy?
Yeah, me and Georgienko.
You love Jesus.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing that Jesus did?
Oh, my favorite story is the Book of Job.
Oh, explain. I don't know
Yeah.
it.
That's my favorite.
So honestly, I've heard about Job. I heard it's a great book.
It's a great book.
Right? And Genesis was great. You know what I mean? But
I tried to get it on audio.
You don't know
can't
that.
find
You
it
don't know
anywhere.
that.
I don't know anything about Job. So just in a nutshell,
I think it proves God is real.
in a nutshell, explain to me the story of Job.
Okay, so God and Satan, they're talking, and then Satan tells
Like on a phone?
no, in heaven.
Yeah, on a
Oh,
phone.
so sometimes Satan goes up there.
I think he used to be an angel or something. I'm getting more knowledgeable on it.
Satan was an angel.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Fallen
But
angel.
I don't think during Job they were still hanging up in heaven.
Regardless, they were speaking somewhere.
Well, sure they were like in line somewhere together and they ran into each
Yeah,
other.
they were
That
talking.
Must happen.
But
All.
there's a Starbucks. What are you talking about?
There's a Pete's Coffee.
Oh, Pete's Coffee up
Yeah.
there. Okay, so at that Pete's Coffee,
Okay,
Satan and God are in line.
well, regardless, yeah.
Okay.
So then Satan told him.
You know
that-
they have a Journeys up there in heaven.
Shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was fucking.
That's
wild.
pretty
They
Vans.
added it. Yeah.
Yeah, and those funny socks.
Yeah,
I love colorful socks.
Funny aside.
Yeah, God.
What can't stance do?
Exactly.
This guy said just make the best.
Stance?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
What can they not do?
Probably make shoes.
Yeah, they don't make shoes.
Yeah.
That's probably a big That's probably a big
Yeah.
market they should have
Anyway,
capitalized
yeah,
on.
but every mall I go to, I always stop by the Hot Topic and I always go by the Journeys
So I go to
because they're all different.
Annie Ann's Pretzels. Gotta get me a hot pretzel.
What kind do you have?
The one with the shit all over it.
Cheese, you mean?
Well, yeah. Well, it's not
Honestly, you sound like you don't know what's there.
Well, it's not cheese, is it?
They have a jalapeno one with like some cheese on it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
like
one.
that one.
And what kind of sauce do you get?
The bog sauce.
The bog sauce is
yeah.
so good, dude.
Do they even make the fucking bog sauce?
It's because sometimes it's a Harry Potter theme, so they have a bog.
Yeah, they have a bog
They have
sauce.
And what else do you go?
In the mall?
Yeah.
I'll go to fucking.
Have you ever been shopping with Andrew in New York? He knows all the good spots.
I do.
When we walk down, we are like, let's come in here, and you're always right.
You know where you catch?
You're always right about everything.
You know where you catch me the most? In lids.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I can't.
I can't stand love. I love it.
Let me tell you something
I
about
love
lids.
lids.
You know, tell me something about lids.
What?
How much does a lids hat cost? We'll get right back to you. Mateen.
Yeah. The Book of Job.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the Book of Job.
How much is that hat?
How much is that Lids hat?
That's so affordable.
$30, $40,
So
right?
affordable.
Okay. You telling me they sell enough fucking hats to have a store in the mall? Lids is 100% a front. Hats?
Right.
How many fucking hats are people buying every day? Lids
You're
is
right.
selling
What's
that many
going,
fucking
what's going on
hats.
back there?
This sounds like it looks like a pizza party place, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who owns Lids?
It's Ruben. Who
Michael
owns that.
Rubin, CEO of Fanatics. Rubin created an apparel and logistics company,
Wow.
Global Sports Incorporated. Let's look deeper into Rubin. Let's look deeper
Look.
into Rubin.
Look at his hair.
He doesn't have any,
He doesn't have any.
and that says a lot.
He's never wearing a hat either.
Okay, go to his Wikipedia. Businessman, they say.
Yeah.
Scroll in. Get in tighter. Now scroll down. Career. Let's see. Anything conspiratorial? Keep going. Keep going. Personal life philanthropy. This will be a front.
This is good.
Make a wish.
The all-in challenge sounds like bullshit.
Raise more than 60 mil. Okay, go. Let's go down. Media
Let's
appearance.
go back to Job, maybe.
I'm calling it, guys.
Yeah, there is personal. Go down. Go down to personal. Stop. Ruben is divorced from local
Thank y'all for
dance
watching.
teacher
As always, I
Megan
appreciate
Spector.
it.
Now Megan,
Hope you all have a good
not
night.
Megan.
Take it easy.
He hosts a white
Peace.
party.